Good evening, everyone. You're probably wondering why we have different music for our space campaign. Suddenly, the lad has arrived, and we're moving on over to Sneaky
And this is
Room. There it is. Alrighty. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Alright, does everyone remember where we left off?
No.
Wonderful. As a quick reminder, your ship waited at the appropriate and proper location. You were pulled through a wormhole. Things felt a bit wonky, we'll say, during your guys' downtime and such, and you were whisked away to a world of wonder. Which kind of world of wonder? Well, this kind of Shabu. A fantasy realm.
Get an actual map this time?
Yes, I do indeed have extra maps and such. But this was kind of cute, so why the heck not?
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed.
This is very
I
cute.
can run aground again.
It is quite cute.
Oh my
yes.
god, it's big.
It is, yes. I can't make maps anymore, but
It's alright, you don't need to, boo-boo.
I don't need to. I can just buy them from people. Ha 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 ha. Alright, but yes, we were transported to a fantasy world. World after being pulled through a wormhole.
Oh shit, I'm supposed to find art for Liam. God damn it.
You have plenty of time to do that, no worries.
How
As you
dare.
guys, I know, right? Poor hot guy has no art.
God.
What will we do? But yes, you guys are on the outskirts of town, looking in. There are various folk. They don't really seem to be surprised at all of your arrivals. People are kind of just walking around, minding their own business. You guys look back, and the Kabuto is instead a giant, literal beetle that is attached to a cart. You guys are still able to speak to it, but to your knowledge, no one else can hear it. Or, we're guessing at least. Maybe it's normal for giant, cart-wielding beetles to speak. All the same, this is our current situation. You guys do know that your shifting clothing, we'll say, basically takes on a form of to help you blend into your surroundings. You're more than welcome to change, for whatever makes you happy, whatever floats your goat. I will also say on a side note, this is bothering me greatly right here. The fact that the rock and that shadow are incredibly disassociated. It's almost like the rock is floating. Oh god, that bothers me a lot. Why?
I mean, almost everything looks like it's floating.
Oh man, I mean, some of the shadows are pretty good, but damn, that rock though.
That looks like it's floating.
Yeah, the shadow's a bit too dark for a plant. All the same. Maybe the rock is floating. You know what? Fantasy World, the rock is floating. Screw logic. Where's this shadow? Doesn't matter. It's a floating rock. These are all floating rocks. Alrighty. Anywho, if you guys wish to change what you're currently wearing, you're more than welcome to. Liam and Ryder are wearing very similar outfits. Liam looks more similar to an archer, effectively. Just imagine your fantasy archer. What I was trying to say last week for Georgiana, she was wearing, I forgot it again,
Corset.
a corset, thank you. You're wearing a corset, which I think is very on brand for Georgiana.
Yes.
Aldris, you can be a naked birdman if you wish, but by default, you are wearing robes. So that is entirely up to you. A child basically said hello, and then effectively said, like, oh, there's an evil dragon, it's gonna come kill us, and then he kind of just, like, ran off, like, laughing.
What are we looking for again, or whatever?
Seems, the child seemed somewhat jovial, but all the same, the threat to their people is, well, not fun. You guys are here at the request of Teve. He did say, because you guys used his ammo and didn't bring back the thing, on that note, the little fox doodad boy, who doesn't necessarily have an official name just yet, is currently next to Aldris, sort of, I don't say nuzzling up against your ankle, but he's, like, perched next to your leg. He's sticking unnaturally close to you. And you see the little creature looking around. The reason you guys are here is because Steve said people weren't taking this job for reasons, but because you're a professional and you know what you're doing. Of course, you guys should be able to get this done, no problem. This general situation is, we'll say, rare. You aren't too commonly pulled into a wormhole and not necessarily shot into the past. We don't really know where we are. You guys look up and you don't really recognize the stars. Other than that,
What's
yes?
The website for the token thing again?
It's in Discord. Should all be pinned in the Discord.
Rolladvantage.com.
Probably, yes. Yes, that is indeed it. Token stain. Alrighty, the scene is now your guys'. What do we do?
Well, I want to find a person to talk to.
Okay. Everyone talk real quick?
Hello. Words.
Words, English.
Okay, Megan. Oh no, she died.
She's dead.
She's dead.
Welcome to the club.
Alright.
Wait, she went to go get a snack, right?
Oh.
Has she not
Oh,
come
yeah.
back yet?
I thought she came back by now. I had to mute a few times, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
No, wait, I'm pretty sure I said welcome back.
It was a big snack, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you
Sorry.
did.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Perfect.
We can hear you.
Okay,
All right.
double
Sorry,
checking audio.
I've been sitting here.
You're good. Okay.
But
Double checking-
it looks like I accidentally put my mic on mute. Not
Okay.
not via Discord, via the wire.
Yeah, it happens. Just double checking.
So I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I'm double checking audio. Ryder's really quiet. You said a few things I didn't hear you. I heard mumbling, so should be good though.
Oh, probably because I unhooked my microphone. Cool.
Oh, that would make sense. I can boost you. That'd be you're at 90, so I can split you up or something. Okay. As you guys look around, you see what is traditionally described in your standard fantasy novel, which they do still exist nowadays, but I don't know how keen this group is to reading.
Is that better?
Yes, that's better.
Cool.
Alright, so what do we all do?
So that kid ran by talking about a dragon.
Yes, you guys look more heroic. As you guys look around, you can notice that most folk, while they're not wearing rags necessarily, they're not exactly wearing anything that will win them any awards, if you sort of catch my drift.
Is
They
the
look like peasants.
Kabuto actually there?
The Kabuto is a giant beetle.
Is a giant beetle?
It's a giant literal beetle.
Is
Hell
it living?
Yeah, no, yeah, it spoke to you. You're not sure if only you can hear it, or it's
Oh, okay.
just talking.
All right.
Yeah, but when you look at it and talk to the Kabuto, it talks back to you guys.
So the kid didn't notice the giant beetle, or they thought the beetle was the dragon?
Probably just thought it was a beetle, and just looked at it and looked to you guys and just said, "Okay, hello, adventurers. There's a big old dragon and it's going to kill us, and you're going to save us, right?" And then you guys kind of said something, and you went, "All right, peace out," and you just ran away.
That is very on brand for a fantasy. Not mine, of course.
Of course. Looking around, you can tell that they don't most likely do not receive many visitors.
I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do without technology.
On that note, you attempt to connect to the ship, which is behind you, and you notice that most of your tech is basically gone. You have various old. We still use tools nowadays, obviously, but they've evolved quite a bit. What you have on Yunara is more old school.
I clenched my wrench.
Yes, effectively.
Hey, can we use this token
What?
for the boy?
A little. That's somewhat accurate.
It's a fennec fox. He's blue.
God,
It
it's
Cute.
is indeed a fox. That is correct. It does not currently have a name, but all the same, we can use that.
I
Anywho,
thought we were calling him Meek.
you can call him Meek if you wish. Is that the name we're going for?
Well, that's whatever. I thought that's what everybody else was calling him.
Oh yeah, we decided
That's
it
what
was
Ryder
me.
wanted.
Called him
Did
Meek 'cause
anybody
he was
say
making-
no to Ryder?
I don't think so.
It's a pretty cute name, to be fair.
I'm not good
Right.
with names, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
To me.
Well, I guess we're calling him Meek.
All right, his name
Pretty
is
cute.
now. It's a very cute name, to be fair. His name is now Meek. All right, so Meek is sitting closely to Aldous, just sort of kind of hanging out with him. Ears perked up. He doesn't look scared or anything, but he's not really running about. He's sticking close to Aldris, walking through the bushes and whatnot. He definitely stands out here quite a bit. From what you guys can tell, once again, the people around don't really seem to pay any mind. So To your knowledge, fantastical beasts are most likely fairly common here. Also, something else of note, Ryder, your arm is not made of the material you expect it to be made out of. It can no longer transform into various things. I'd say it looks steampunk, but it's a level down from that. It still functions. You can still move your hand, but you're definitely missing some of your functionality.
I'd say I can fix that, but I don't think I can.
So it's still metal, but it can't do all the fancy stuff.
It's a wood pulley system.
Oh no.
Well, it's a little better than that. It's not auto mail, so
Okay.
it functions. You can eat with it, you can cut things with it, you can still hold weapons and such. It just can't transform into like a chainsaw. It can't shoot things, but all the same, it is indeed still there.
So, Teve didn't really give us like a certain person to talk to.
He did not know. He essentially said, go to this location, effectively look at the whatever the notes are, and go there. Basically, you got the feeling, Ryder, that he's a little angry, but maybe this is the way he's showing it by giving you zero information and saying, go do this thing and bring it back, with a hint at or else.
I think we should find a new employer. That's what I think. If he wants to pay somebody of lesser quality, then
Listen,
that's
to
his
be fair,
business.
it's our fault that we shot the rifle.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We didn't do that.
We didn't do that, actually.
We would never.
As far as I'm concerned, it never happened.
And
Fair
theoretically, we did not give him the boy, but I covered for us. So
Yes.
Yes.
that's why we're doing this mission.
And the boy seems none the wiser. He's just hanging out, doing his thing. So what do all of you do? Like I said,
It's a good boy.
many folk are walking around.
I kind of want to find like the town's like, I guess, chief, leader, person.
Sure.
Mayor.
As we begin to look around, there is a large building in front of you, but the largest building that you guys can see from your current location is all the way across the map near the little pond. We'll call it a pond.
Is there a blacksmith anywhere?
There is indeed a blacksmith. You're not really sure the quality of their items.
Oh,
you can hear animals, you hear people chatting in the background, but you can hear the distinct tink, 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 someone working away on an anvil.
I follow it like a siren call.
Okay.
I'm assuming my laser sword is a sword right now.
Correct, Ryder. Your laser sword is literally just a blade. However you want it to look is how it will look. Liam is wielding a bow and arrow.
What about my rifle? What does that look like?
Your rifle is a bow and arrow. Or a crossbow, if you wish.
I go with crossbow.
I will say, this is partially... well, not normal, we'll say. It is very normal for your clothes to change in this fashion, but you should still have your laser sword. It is literally not a laser sword. If you take it out and kind of give it a quick look over, Ryder, it is very much just a regular sword. The tip is sharp. It doesn't look like a sword. It literally is, which is odd.
Look at Gigi. I'm like, Gigi, what did your guns turn to? Do you have double pixels?
I check.
Well, as long as it fits the time, Georgiana, whatever weapon you want.
I mean, I guess in that case they would downgrade to an earlier version of what, like a revolver?
There would be no revolvers, but they would
Hand
be
crossbow?
like a hand crossbow or like a dagger.
Oh, so even earlier than that?
Yeah. Yeah. So, long story short, any guns or crossbows, any laser swords or any kind of lasery weapons are now swords. You guys have no idea where your mechs could possibly be either. The Kabuto is large. He's like about the size of a horse, but there's no way there's mechs inside of him. So.
I guess I'll take
Maybe.
crossbow too.
Okay.
Then I frantically pat for my lollipops.
You pat around for your lollipops, don't find them, but you do find various baggies full of dried herbs, dried fruits, and then some dried meats.
Ooh, who doesn't love a good
The trail mix.
Yeah.
Gigi, is everything okay?
My lollipops! My lollipops are gone! Oh my god! What are these things?
Georgiana, do you have any dried figs in there? I love figs.
I don't even know what a fig looks like.
God, I hope you know what a fig looks like. Have you ever had dried figs?
Maybe once?
I love figs.
I think we can stop by the local
I'm sure there's street food.
grocery store place, see if they have any candy here.
Oh my god, yes! I need some candy! Ah!
Definitely something you can do.
Where's the blacksmith?
We will say the blacksmith is located. I'll put you there, right there.
All right. I love to learn. I go
I'm
in.
gonna go find the person of the
Okay. Effectively, the mayor will be at the pond. Mr. Aldous, where are you? Liam will just follow you, Georgiana, kind of looking around like, is this shit normal? You guys don't seem to be panicking. The cop is just waiting, patiently.
Hey, I'm panicking.
You are panicking, and he's not. He's following you, sort of amused. Maybe he feels a little bit better because you're, not exactly adapting to this instantly. So his first thought is, maybe this isn't quite so normal. Okay, sure, why not? Mr. Aldris, where are you going?
Well, everyone just kind of ran away from the Kabuto, so I guess I'll take it in towards like an inn or something if I can find something like that.
Sure. We will say
Just
there.
sit around there.
We'll say that there's an inn down here to the south. It's this large black building here. And you basically just need to effectively ask it, because you can speak with it, and it just kind of follows along with you. Yeah. You don't really need to do much beside that. So alone, Ryder, you head over to the.
Do I see anybody right here?
The mayor's. There are people everywhere walking around. Yeah.
Can I ask someone something?
Sure. You walk up to a female. She is. She has brown hair, blue eyes. She's wearing semi-well-made clothing, and she has what seems to be a holy symbol around her neck. She's looking around while flipping through some pages on a book in front of her as she's sort of walking about, and she stops for but a moment in front of this the statue and kind of leans against it while reading.
I go up to her like, whoa, miss.
She doesn't pay you mind instantly, as there are many people around you. She seems absorbed in the.
Is your name Belle?
Excuse me, miss.
She looks up at that.
She's staring at me, or
She's just looking up like, who's talking to me? What? She hasn't said anything. She just looked up.
am I next to her, or?
You. We'll say you said that before she was close by. Now she's incredibly close to you after you said this.
Miss, I have a question for you.
She looks down at her book and then slowly kind of closes it while keeping her finger in to hold the place. And she looks at you and goes, "Yes."
If you're down here, then who's? Sorry.
Go on.
I have an idea where this is going.
Yeah.
She might be judging you harshly. It's hard to tell.
I had it, but then you did the whole finger thing. if you're down here, then sorry.
I was saying something about angels.
Composure. My bad.
Ryder does not immediately just puke on himself and then run away into a corner.
Yeah,
he's better than that.
Not yet.
It's like I knew what I was gonna say, but then I'm like, oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. If you're down there, if you're down here, then who's running heaven?
She looks at you and kind of starts like she turns her head a bit to the left and then turns her head a bit to the right. Goes, "I'm sorry, what?"
You look like an angel.
She looks down at her book and then back to you, and she's still looking around like, is this a joke? Thank you.
Very welcome. Name's Ryder. What's your name?
Mia. It's a Mila. The L is silent.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, okay, Mia.
Mia.
And she's kind of she's sort of just staring at you, and then.
Well, you wouldn't know there's an L though, right?
Right. Yeah, she didn't say the L.
She's not pronouncing it unless she
Oh,
says
you
that
didn't
it's
say
an L.
Mila.
No,
you
she
said Mia.
said Mia. I'm saying the L silent. Sorry, I'm deciding for you. She kind of like looks more interested in going back to her book, and she hasn't opened it just yet. And while she's looking at you, Ryder, she's like, "Can I help you with something?"
What are you reading?
A book?
What kind of book?
A book on alchemy.
So are you good with the magic?
No. No magic. Science, though. Yes, well, I'd like to think I am. I'm learning at least. No one can do magic. That's silly.
Oh, no one can do magic?
No. And she's smiling herself while you're saying this, like you're trying to be funny, aren't you?
So what do you do with alchemy then?
Cure people's ailments, fix things. Honestly, for me, a lot of it is just learning.
You ever see one of these? And I show her my metal hand.
She looks at it and sort of puts the book down a bit and scoots it a bit closer to you. And with her hands up, she kind of put the book in like a side bag. She hasn't touched your arm yet, but she looks like she wanted to, and then kind of stops and goes,
Sorry, may I?
Sure, go right ahead.
Okay, she starts kind of poking at the arm and looking at the various bits that allow it to work and such. You can tell it's definitely beyond her, which is kind of helping you grasp for maybe the technological advancement of this civilization. And she seems very impressed, actually. She goes,
Oh,
Yes, I'm going for the technological advancements of this civilization. Wink.
Did you make this yourself?
I did indeed. You like it?
Ooh, I actually did. I've not seen anything like it ever, actually. Are you a noble? Are you I'm sorry, what do you do for a living? Ryder, it was.
Oh yes, Ryder. Yes, they call me Ryder McCloud, the best bounty hunter in the universe.
her eyes actually light up at that.
Bounty hunter, are you here to help with our problem?
Oh yes, your problem. Yeah, I just rode into town with my crew. I'm just about to set up to solve your problem.
She smiles very widely. Goes,
Oh, that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. Have you spoken to the mayor yet?
No, not yet. I was headed that way until I saw you.
Oh, perfect. Would you like me to show you the way?
Indeed.
Oh, wonderful.
and she sort of she doesn't take your hand, but she's looking at your arm as you're kind of holding it out for her while she's walking southward, basically this way toward the mayor. So you now know where that is. And while you two of you are walking to the mayor's, you will eventually get there. I wouldn't be your talking there for now. And then we'll cut over to Nara, Georgiana, and the NPC. Nara, your nose, you are pulled to this place. It speaks to you, and you see a rather large gentleman working away, just hammering away at what seems to be possibly a sword, an axe. It's in its early stages, so it's a full time.
Okay. Is he busy? He's pretty busy.
Looking around, you can tell that mostly everyone is always probably going to be busy in these times. You're not noticing much technology, if you kind of catch my drift. Nothing's automated. Everything is hand-driven or hand-spun.
As it should be.
Yeah.
I am a person who works with their hands. I, of course, know this.
Yeah. Just, subtract all the shit that makes your job super easy, and then it's like, yes, I wouldn't have much better time.
I would love to be able to improve weapons on a more fundamental level.
Yeah.
So I sidle on over to the blacksmith.
Okay. He seems to pay you no mind as he's busy hammering away, but as you get a bit closer, he slowly looks up and wipes the sweat off his brow, ceases hammering for a moment, looking towards you and kind of squinting his eyes. He goes, what can I do for you?
Looks like you're doing good work.
He looks around to his shop, kind of narrows his eyes a bit and says, you having a joke?
Nah. Why would I be having a joke about that? I take this sort of thing incredibly seriously.
He licks his lips a bit and kind of, all right, well, thank you.
Would you,
what can I do for you?
Would you be willing to teach me the basics?
He seems very off put at this. I'm sorry, what? You asking for an apprenticeship?
Well, more like a speed run of an apprenticeship.
Slowly nods at that and goes, hey, I'm a bit busy today. If you has your handler, your master, your family sent you here for... I don't know, something... This isn't something that commonly is asked of me. Sorry, your name?
I'm Nara.
He stands up and you notice while he is wide around the waist, he's also quite tall, and his arms are absolutely rippling as he kind of walks on over to you and offers his hand. Says, "Hey, my name's Bora."
Give him a really strong handshake.
All right, he's kind of nods today. He's pretty impressed. He can tell you work with your hands, and you can tell that he very much works with his. There are calluses, and his skin is very, very worn, very tough. And he kind of nods at you. He can tell you sort of have an eye. And I will say, Nara, you can tell that he's not definitely the best blacksmith, but you're not sure if that's because of the quality of his wares or something else. But there's definitely something wrong with his work.
There's something wrong with his work?
Yes, it's difficult to tell on first glance, but it's definitely off. You're not really...
I want to know.
Yeah, you're not really into like actual blacksmithing. No one is really. That's all done by machines and such nowadays. But there's definitely something off about it. The way the metal is weaved. There's like pockets, like air pockets. It's very strange to look at. Like it should function, but it looks off.
Like is it the type of metal he's forging with?
That might be the case. Yeah, it's difficult to tell.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how long I'll be in town, but is it okay if I have a look around your shop?
I sort of looks around. He can apologize, not really too entirely busy. And goes, hey, what the hell? Why not? You can to buy anything or just sort of seeing what you can learn.
All right. Thank you.
All right. He turns back around and begins to whittle around a bit more. He isn't only working with metals. He also has various woods and such that he whittles away at, and shapes and such. You can tell that at this point he's definitely making an axe. It's a small hand axe, not one meant for combat necessarily, more so just meant to split wood.
So when you say that there's something off, is it because I think it's low quality or because I think something weird's happening?
Difficult to tell, but you can.
Can I
roll,
notice something?
You can roll, investigate, notice, whichever you wish.
I'll do notice. I got rid of all my rolls.
It happens. All the same, it isn't too hard for you to tell now. While you are somewhat disconnected from this level of technology, upon first glance, you don't really see anything, but you get a bit closer and you have his permission. You know that you wouldn't be able to tell this from a distance. From what you can see, there actually definitely is a problem. And this problem is most likely the quality of ore he's using. He might be mixing it with something incorrect, maybe there's too much sand in it or something along those lines. Once again, somewhat difficult to tell. But there's definitely the quality is not there. Whether it's old, whether it's been reworked multiple times and melted back down, there's something off about it, definitely. It looks like a hand-me-down of a hand-me-down.
Interesting.
So one didn't fold his metal 12 times over.
Exactly, 12,000 times over.
Yeah.
All right, Georgiana.
I'm like, yeah.
While Nara's looking at Bora's wares, what are you doing in your panic attack?
They're running around looking for a candy shop.
Okay. Liam is sort of following you, just sort of amused with your general instant outburst, and you're rushing about, and you notice that there is no candy shop to be found. Nothing even really close to a candy shop.
Oh, does anyone have anything sweet? Sweet, please. Sugar, I need it.
You're sort of shouting, and people are going out of their way to ignore you.
Girl, you're gonna get cavities.
Ryder, you hear in the distance Georgiana's very obvious shouting, as she seems to be running around the town looking for sweets or something sweet adjacent. You do run by multiple stands that would be selling meat, maybe some sort of dried food, but it's hard to tell, mainly because it doesn't really catch your eye initially. Liam's sort of taking his time. You're running around so quickly that he can actually just kind of walk slow, and by the time he catches up to you, you would have run back to him. And he's just kind of taking it all in.
Oh, my heart be still.
Oh my god. What's gonna happen if he breaks your heart, bro?
I'm gonna cry all the time.
She gets a alrighty, Aldris, you and the Kabuto in front of this inn, what do you do?
I'm gonna assume everyone else is running off to get info, so I'm gonna get us a place to stay, because can't stay in the Kabuto.
Okay. You assume everyone's
Yeah,
getting
wait, what happens to our money?
Great question. You assume everyone is going around trying to find information and things, but as that thought settles in, you can hear Miss Gigi shouting in the distance something about sweets, and her cries, unfortunately, are not answered. But
This town is rude.
you do indeed move on in, and the person up front, Aldris, is more than willing to assist you. They don't seem put off at all by the fact that you're a walking birdman, although everyone here you do instantly recognize as just human. No horns, no scales, nothing strange. They are just human. It is a bit cold here, so they have thicker animal skins on currently. It's not necessarily winter, but it's probably in there.
Just humans. That's boring.
Currently just humans. It's a little boring, but you do assume that something, either they see you as human or you're just not that odd and outlier. But pretty quickly you're able to park the Kabuto next to some other horses, mules, and such. They don't really look too busy. As you look around, you can tell that the entirety of this town is actually contained to what you can see here on this map. It's not huge, but it's not small either. And upon looking around a bit, you can... I don't want to say see the cracks, but yeah, you can kind of see the cracks in this general setup. A lot of the food, as you come down this way, a lot of the food carts aren't exactly full. You see people that are maybe a little busier. They should be. There aren't really too many kids playing. There's like a few, but they're getting mad, get off the road, things of that nature. The inn itself only has like 1 or 2 horses. It seems mostly empty. The person is more than willing to like, oh yeah, sure. And then, once again, no one pays any mind to Meek at all. He's kind of just chilling, walking around, and you're able to basically reserve a room for everybody.
Meek is the best boy.
Yeah, he's
How do
being,
I pay them, though?
He's being very good.
What happened to our money?
What happened to your money? So you go to check where your credits would be, and you notice that, unsurprisingly, it's gone.
There
Do
was
we have a name for what our money was called?
I'm just calling them credits for now.
Okay.
Yeah, you would normally pay with either effectively your little watch you had, depending on like what you decide to wear, or basically your data pad. Would have everything attached to it, and you can just let them swipe or you swipe, however you feel comfortable, effectively. But that's not on you. And you notice that this group of, I'll say Aldous, how do you introduce yourself to me and to the folk here?
Just to walk in and
Howdy.
Oh no.
Howdy.
You know what? Sure, that's how we're doing it.
All right, you kick in the
Howdy.
What are those doors called? The swinging doors?
Yeah.
The saloon
Oh,
doors.
saloon doors.
Yeah, they creak on the hinges. Just as you walk into this inn, and a few people look your way and then kind of look away.
Well, that's just rude. No howdy back.
Maybe a little loud, not entirely sure what was going on there. But the person behind the counter actually waves you and goes, "Hi, howdy. How are you, fair sir?"
I'm good. How about yourself?
I am doing quite wonderful. Do you need a room?
Yes, I do. I need more than one room, actually. I have some friends.
Oh, perfect. He's sort of looking over. And may I ask, fine sir, what you're doing in our town?
To be honest, I don't know right now. We just kind of showed up.
Oh, all right. Well, if you know, do you know how long you'll be staying?
I have no idea. I would assume at least a week, probably.
Perfect. Well, I guess on that note, you need room for how many precisely?
4.
Oh, absolutely wonderful. And how will you be paying?
5.
5? Wait, 5?
You forgot Liam.
No, I didn't. He's with you. He's your problem.
Oh, 4 separate rooms. Gotcha.
Yeah. I didn't mean 4 people. I meant 4 rooms.
Clever.
Okay. Well, you see, we just got into town and kind of had our money stolen before we got here. So I was wondering if
It's awful. It's
yeah.
terrible news.
Yeah. Do you have
Did they give us
anything?
rooms free, though?
Do you have anything that I could do to maybe earn the rooms?
Well, someone that looks as prestigious as yourself. Sorry, did I ask your name? I seem to have forgotten.
My name's Aldris. How about you?
Aldris, he puts forth both hands and shakes your claw with most excitement. My name is Jara. It is an absolute pleasure to meet you, Sir Aldris. And you and your friends that shall be staying here, they are friends, yes?
Yes.
Oh, good. You know what? We can make something work. How does that sound? If you'd like to move on over to your rooms, you're more than welcome to do so. If you're planning on staying here for a week, I'm sure we can put something together for you.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be a week, but I'm just assuming it could be a while.
As you look around Aldris, you can tell that the few people here either work here or it's like the one other person staying here. But there are definitely way too many rooms. So you get the feeling that that's partially the reason why he's overly eager to get you in.
Perfect.
And speaking of jobs, we do have somewhat of an issue. It might be under you, though, Sir Aldris, but you can always speak with the mayor if you wish. Other things are, like I mentioned, far beneath you. We wouldn't dare ask you to do something as meaningless as clean or something of that nature.
I don't know about that. I'm willing to do a lot of things.
Oh, no, please, sir. Just relax.
And he points to
$20.
What is essentially, it's not really a beanbag, but it's basically a whole bunch of like skins and such that are like wrapped up, and it effectively looks like it functions like a beanbag.
Please, kick your feet up here with you and your little friend.
And he stares at Meek for maybe not a little too long, but a second or two as he kind of pauses and looks back to you.
Says, "Will that little one be staying with you?"
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. We'll clean up after him. Don't worry at all. He looks quite cute indeed. Yes.
Aha. All right. Well, thank you. I gotta go meet up with some people real quick.
Excellent. He supplies you with
make sure we had rooms.
He supplies you with 4 keys, and shakes your hand again. Says,
Oh, once again, it was wonderful to meet you, Sir Aldris.
It was wonderful meeting you.
and as you say that, the people that paid you no mind now turn to you and kind of give you not just a nod, but more of a respectful nod. Like, Sir Aldris, yes, of course.
I just walk away like, what the hell was that?
All right, where do you head to?
Who doesn't know Sir Aldris?
I guess I'll go find Georgiana as she's running around screaming.
She is indeed running around screaming.
I will help her look for something sweet, I guess. Something sweet to eat.
I'm on my way back to where the Kabuto was.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Well, then you're gonna run Aldris. Oh, where it was. You run into no one, but
Yeah.
you'll pretty quickly see that he went south.
All right, then I'll follow the trail.
Okay. Well, you see Aldris exiting the inn. Liam was actually already waiting here, you notice. He stopped following you and sort of just probably assumed you would be here. You'd eventually make your way here.
He knew.
Yeah, and as you exit the building, Aldris, you see Georgiana just like looking for food, and just, oh, there's my friend.
Kabuto, please tell me if there's candy here.
The large beetle slowly turns to you, Georgiana, and says,
By your definition, no.
What do you mean no? Are they some?
Not with the current technology, no.
Oh, my ears.
I'm actually surprised our mic is even picking that up.
I am sorry, but it seems you'll have to currently bear with it, Georgiana.
I'm gonna fall on the ground and start crying.
Pathetic.
The beetle just slowly turns its head down to look at you, and Meek walks up and nuzzles against you as you are having a panic attack on the ground.
I will hug Meek to me.
Meek makes not a purring sound, but a sound of endearment to you. Nara, did you head down this way after getting a, not necessarily a quick lesson, but just kind of a quick discussion with the lad?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured it would be good to meet up with everybody and find out what's going on.
All right, you hear before you see Georgiana having a fit on the ground, and maybe she's calmed down a little bit because Mika's nuzzling her.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Walk down by her. And I'm like, you need to get yourself together.
But Nora, there's no
I'll
kid
figure it
here.
out for you. I'll figure it out for you.
Oh, you're the best! And I'll hug Nara.
Are you like covered in snot and just a mess right now?
No, I'm a pretty crier.
You're a pretty crier? Okay, excellent.
Those don't exist.
I was gonna say, is that a thing? I don't know about that.
Okay, so Georgiana thinks like when she's done crying, she like whips her head in slow motion. Her hair like does the thing, and like the tears are like, oh,
It's
like,
got a
like
gentle
glimmering. Yeah,
like
She's
little
actually a
bubbles on
mess.
her cheeks.
it's a gentle cry, and like the light catches her tears as they like whisk off of her eyelashes. But like in reality, she's just like sobbing.
Stars.
Exactly.
She's
Just
just
like,
a
Oh
huge
my
mess.
god.
exactly. She goes full magic.
I don't tell her she looks disgusting.
Yeah, she probably looks all horrible, but she thinks she looks great.
I will try and figure out a way to get her candy though, just for the record.
Oh.
Can I make magic candy if I have like ingredients?
You think you might be able to, Aldris, but it's not really something you've tried before. From what you gathered, the innkeeper did actually tell you, Gerard did tell you where the mayor was, if you wish to speak with him.
Well, first I'm gonna hand out room keys. Everybody gets their own room except for Liam. He's with Georgiana.
He understands.
Also, they're real weird in there. They treated me like some kind of royalty or something. I don't know. I told them I had no money and that we could work a job or something for them for rooms. And they just kind of gave us the rooms.
You know, I think there's something weird going on here. I don't know what it is, but I'm suspicious.
Yeah, so am I. Where's Ryder?
Ryder's to the northwest of where you guys are currently located. You weren't necessarily given a map, but you're given very quick instructions as this place is quite small. It is literally just straight north, and then straight west of here, the large building next to the pond.
Ah, that's the mayor's place, right?
Indeed.
Well, do we want to everyone else head over there? Is that the plan?
Sure.
Yeah.
While we're walking there,
Yes.
I am going to try and think about how I can make candy.
Sure. As you guys begin to...
I will very carefully dab my face.
Okay.
And stop.
Pathetic.
I'll stop crying.
All right, excellent.
Why
as
aren't
guys-
you going to ask what's his face for a little pick-me-up or something?
I mean, I can't in public, but I will take his hand.
Oh, that's not what I meant, but jeez.
You technically could, it's just not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's just a little indecent.
A little, but just a little.
A little.
Yeah. It's like a 9 out of 10, just a little.
Yeah, 9 out of 10, just a little.
All right, as you guys begin to head that way, Ryder, you are indeed already there, and Mia seems very, very excited and intrigued on how this arm of yours was put together. And as you guys arrive in front of the mayor's, she sort of points to you and says, "If you'd like, I can come in with you. Did you mention you have friends here? You're alone, or?"
They'll be here in a second.
Well, wonderful. Do you want me to wait outside for you? I can come in with, I guess. I don't know how much I can do in there.
It's up to you. You want to wait for me, or you can come inside.
She sort of looks around a bit and sees a bench and then sits on it and begins to flip through her book.
I can just spend some time reading. Wouldn't bother me, as long as you allow me to look at your arm again.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
I googled it
Yes.
on how to make candy.
Okay.
And it's definitely possible to make candy with just like honey.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So it says that candy can be traced back as far as 1500 BC. So I've got this in the bag. I'm gonna make her some candy.
All right. And we would say Nara would know this. As long as you guys can somehow find honey, and you do see flowers, so there should indeed be honey. You guys would be able to theoretically make sweets, but there are currently no sweets here at all. There's definitely no sweets.
I can do candied fruits, nuts, and flowers.
Oh.
So I'm going to ask her about that when I get a chance.
Sure. Why
Hey, can you hear me better?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure.
Okay. She begins to read her book as she assumes you're going to go in there on your own and begin to speak to her.
Yeah.
Okay. As you head on in, you can actually hear your friends behind you moving on in. And you guys actually see Ryder entering this building.
I'm gonna stop and wait for them.
Okay. So they're right over there. That's where he's currently located. Alright, you see all your friends
You guys long enough? Did you find candy?
No. Kappa just said there's not a bit here.
Don't worry, we'll be able to come
I
up with
got
something.
I got it.
Nara said she'll make some.
Have you tried eating what was in that bag?
No.
Well, try one of them. Maybe something happens.
Might be kind of sweet.
I'll open
You never know.
a bag and give it a sniff.
Okay. It does smell not as sweet as you're used to, as you do have quite the sweet tooth, but it smells nice. Fragrant.
I'll try one.
Alright. Are you trying one of the dried fruits, the meat?
I'll try the fruit.
The fruit's quite nice, actually. I don't know if you're much of a cook, but it definitely isn't just dried fruit. Something has been done to it, and you feel invigorated in some way. Not as powerful as you normally feel when you have your, I don't know what's in your laced lollipops, but similar.
This isn't bad. Not what I want, but it's not bad.
Liam sort of patting the shoulder. That will have to do for now, right?
Yeah.
We'll find you something, Georgia. Don't worry.
Aw, thanks, love.
And Meek nuzzles a bit up against her leg and before he walks back up to Aldous and kind of just chills next to him.
Hey, let's go talk to this mayor and find out what our job is.
All right. And as you guys walk in, there are no guards. There's no one stopping you from entering. The door is unlocked. You guys enter, and the music and the hustle and bustle from the city outside sort of comes to a close. And you see one or two, call them librarians, walking about as they sort of look to you, and as all of you walk in, they almost
when I walk in,
recognize you, but they recognize like your aura.
When I walk in, I'm like, did someone call for the best bounty hunter?
As you say that, this is not a very large villa. There is a room, and then a room past that, which is completely open concept. And you see a gentleman working through some papers as he turns to you and goes, indeed we have, and he sort of waddles on over to you and puts his hand and says, you are this bounty hunter, yes?
I am the bounty hunter, Ryder McLeod, with
Bounty
my
hunter.
crew, the best crew in the galaxy. We're here to help you.
Excellent, excellent. He looks to each of you, and his eyes linger on Aldous and Meek for a second longer than the rest of you. But he smiles widely at that, and takes your hand in both of his and shakes it just absolutely heartily. He says, my name is Bushka. It is very nice to meet you. Does your group call yourselves anything?
Put me on the spot.
We really need to start making group names when we start playing these.
No worries,
we
no
do.
worries. Just Ryder and his crew for now.
The riders. I'm just kidding.
Right, yes, the riders, I like that. Nice and simple. All the same, where did you hear about our plight, good sir?
Oh, my buddy Teve told me about you.
Team
guys.
never heard of the man, but all the same, I will send you this way. The best bounty hunter in the galaxy. Which word did you use, good sir?
I said the best bounty hunter in the universe.
Exactly, wherever that is. Excellent. I've not been there, but well, it does sound quite nice, especially.
Sorry,
if
let me
as wonderful as
rephrase.
you.
The best bounty hunter in the world.
Oh, in the world, yes.
That's more my style. All the same, that is a very, very high praise for yourself, Mr. Ryder, and the riders. All the same, please come with me. And he walks back to his room and sets down some papers, and he motions for the various chairs that surround his desk.
I'll sit down.
Okay, the rest of you join?
Yeah.
Alright, excellent. Says, well, Ryder, fortunately for you, our plight is quite simple. Difficult, nearly impossible in its solution, but the problem is quite simple.
Listen here, Bushka.
Bushka.
Nothing is impossible.
Precisely. Well, if, with an attitude like that, what could go wrong? All the same, I will be quite blunt with you, Mr. Ryder. Our town has come upon harsh times indeed. There is a beast, an absolute dreadful beast in a cave nearby. It is preventing any incoming, outgoing, anything truly. People are scared to come here. For some odd reason, it's keeping us axed off from the rest of the world. And, well, if we try to leave for any reason, well, let's not talk about that. But all the same, if you could fell this mighty beast with you and your group, Ryder, our lives would be in your hands. Anything you could possibly ask for, and we'd be more than willing to hand it to you.
Listen, wow. I've failed great giant worms. I've killed plenty of aliens. This is not gonna be anything to me.
Great worms, interesting. Well, speaking of great worms, this is indeed a great worm. A large-scale beast of flame and death. Unfortunately, we've been unable to so much as lay a finger on it. Everyone that we've sent toward it has been, we assume, consumed by it. Occasionally it does leave its cave, but, well, it's resided there for quite some time now, and I'll be entirely honest, no one is smart enough, or let's just say, no one's been able to attempt to take on the beast. We're more so, he kind of looks around a bit, and you can see that his assistants have moved into another side room as he leans towards you, and sort of in hushed tones, but you all can hear. I'll be entirely honest, with it cutting us off this way, we won't be able to last long. We're eventually going to run out of everything. Food. Well, honestly, it's all we need is food. But there's no way to put the waste and other things. We can bury it all.
It's fine, because you're not going to have to worry about that for too long, because I'm going to take care of this for you.
Oh, of course. I trust you and your friends of riders of various sizes and shapes. And that small little creature with the ears. Very cute. What do you call that?
His name's Meek.
Hello, Meek. I like you very much. He kind of just, and he just kind of like runs around. I'll just say, quite cute. Fortunately for you, the directions to get there are quite easy. It's just north of here, past the large rocks. You won't be able to miss them. Trust me.
And you said it's a big scaly monster?
A very large scale beast that flies. Yes.
Like a dragon?
They've been known to be called that, yes.
I've only heard of those in kids' books.
In stories and such, yes. The kids here think it's all a game, and, well, this fun thing to sing about and talk about. Ooh, we're playing dragon and whatnot, but it is honestly quite horrifying. As I mentioned, no one has come back.
Gotcha. Well, do you have anything for me if I slay this beast for you?
Ice smiles widely and kind of happily taps his desk, which shakes a bit. As I said, Ryder, anything your heart desires is yours. We used to use that cave for mining and such, but shock and surprise, we can no longer go there. Anything you would want there, we can procure it for you. Anything that our town has, as I mentioned currently, we're a little short. But once trade routes have been reopened, you're more than welcome to stay at the inn nearby completely for free. We'll feed you, clothe you, whatever you may need. Just ask us. Anything our town can supply to you once this beast has been felled, it is all yours. Just ask.
We really are on our last hope at this point.
So I just need some supplies from your weapons guy. Can I get that on the house?
Of course, yes. It will help you defeat this beast, yes?
Oh, indeed.
Oh, yeah, then yes, of course.
Well, I'll have it destroyed within the week.
Ooh. Most excellent. If you need any assistance from us, please let us know. There are a few, we'll call them brave souls that have considered going out and felling this beast, but I do believe they are just full of hot air. But I'll be honest, I don't think they'd be of any help to you, Mr. Ryder.
I'm not worried about anybody else. I don't need no help. Just me and my crew.
Right. Well, I don't know if you've been acquainted with him just yet, but Bora is the name of our blacksmith. He is just up the road to the right, past the small trees.
He's useless.
Thank you. I'll be in touch.
Excellent. I reaches out to shake your hand again, and then he kind of goes around the table shaking everyone's hand.
Grab his hand with my metal hand.
Okay, he looked at it and goes, quite interesting. What is this, good sir?
It's my special hand.
I like it quite a bit. Will you use this to fell the beast?
Oh, I use it to crush many things.
Oh. Well, hopefully you can crush this scaled monstrosity. As he said that, he goes around the table shaking everyone's hands, and then pets Meek, who nuzzles into his hand, looks at him and kind of gives him a little, and then he goes like, oh, wonderfully cute. And he sits back in his chair and then just smiles at you all and says, well, whenever's most convenient for you all, of course.
All right, toodles.
He gives you all a quick salute as you leave his office.
I guess I go back up to Mia so she can look at my hand.
Okay. What do you say to your allies?
Oh, were they not in the room listening to that?
I mean, sorry. What do you guys all talk about now?
It was a little too easy, wasn't it?
Yeah. Everything's been a little too easy so far, except for
Maybe?
you finding candy.
Maybe this is a simulation.
I feel like it is as well, because there's
we in
no
the
way
Matrix?
time traveled.
Maybe there's something wrong with the blacksmith stuff because he has to keep remaking it. Because nothing ever gets bought.
I mean, has anyone else seen anything weird other than the blacksmith and the people being weird in the tavern?
I mean, everyone ignored me when I cried for help.
No, that's not unusual. I'm just
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Smack you.
No! Do you not want me to make you special candy?
Exactly. You're paying attention to me.
Take it back.
Fine.
Thank you. Don't.
Wow.
You know what? Fine. I'm gonna make candy for
Whoa,
everybody
whoa,
except
crew.
for you.
Crew, we gotta
Oh,
calm
hell
down.
yeah.
We need to figure out what's going on in this town.
give it all Meek.
So
Sure, Meek
hey,
would love it.
hey, Aldris.
Huh.
You said that the people at the what's the word? Tavern? Is it a tavern?
Tavern?
It's
something.
not a hotel.
It's an inn, yeah. There's no alcohol.
An inn.
Yeah.
That's what it was. You said that they were in, but they were super accommodating.
Yeah, they kept calling me sir and basically treating me like loyalty. Royalty? Words.
Loyalty.
Well, just I have a question for you.
Can I go into the inn?
Yeah, definitely.
Do they treat me the same way?
If we go quickly in and out, Nara, they do greet you. Do you let them know you have the key, or do you just like swing them by and say what's up?
I'm not gonna tell them that I have the key yet. I'm just saying what's up.
Okay. You swing by, and while they seem somewhat accommodating, the folk that are working there don't really pay you any mind, and the gentleman behind the counter seems nice, but I don't want to say he's over accommodating. So it's a little difficult to tell if maybe Aldous just read it wrong or something else, but he's not overly excited to see you.
I'm gonna say, hey, I have a room here.
He sort of perks up with that. Oh, do
Was
you
the one-
now?
Yes. I flash the card really quick, the key really quick, or whatever.
Yeah, it's a small metal key with a number on it, and he goes, "Oh yes, yes, yes. That is one of the keys that I gave to Saunders. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Oh, you're with him.
I am.
Wonderful,
yes.
wonderful.
Yes. I was wondering if you could help me with something.
Most indubitably. What can I do for you?
Could I use your kitchen?
It's a little lacking, but yes, you're more than welcome to.
I only need the. I just want to make something for my friend.
Oh, sure, of course. We are a bit lacking, as I'm sure you can understand. But if there's anything you need,
do you
can
have
always ask.
Eggs?
Some, yes.
Do you have honey?
Very limited amounts.
Do you have sugar?
No, unfortunately.
Completely useless. I don't say that.
Okay.
I can still make it with honey. That's fine. I'm gonna go into the kitchen. I'm gonna try making it.
He sort of like watches you as you're using and he was quite serious. They have almost no honey left. Do you use all of it? Make a lot? You're just using some.
Just some.
Okay. Roll me crafts. This is the most craftiest craft thing I've ever heard.
Oh my god.
God. Oh
I believe. Make the best candy.
Hey.
This is your good stat. Yes, Nara, you're somehow able to get more candy out of this than you were initially anticipating. And during your taste test, it's not the best, but it's for what you had to work with. It's pretty damn good. What do you make exactly?
Nice. I made a handful of candied. God, what fruit did they have? Did they have any fruit?
You can see various fruits. They are just dried strips, though. There's no fresh fruit.
What time of year is it?
It's seemingly fall, it looks like.
Do they have any nuts?
There are some nuts, yes.
I'm going to make candied nuts then.
Sure.
Like walnuts or whatever.
Definitely. And they turn out quite good. And like I mentioned, you're able to squeeze the ingredients just enough to get, say about, 10-20% more than you were expecting.
Nice.
And the innkeeper watching you initially is a bit apprehensive, but upon watching you work your magic in the kitchen, he's impressed, actually. Doesn't mind at all that you're using some of his ingredients.
Nice.
The entire time he's like, okay, all right. And he kind of, interesting, I have no idea what she's doing. So very much that.
I salute him.
All right, he's just kind of taken aback as to what you've just done, and it's just, all right. Do enjoy your day, friend of Solaris.
It's same to you. Thank you so much for allowing me to use your kitchen space. Much appreciated.
So he nods to you as you exit, and the two people that were working around also nod to you as you leave.
All right.
So before I walk out of the building, I wanted to ask Aldris a question. Just so it's out of earshot of Mia.
Okay.
I'll be like, Aldris, have you been able to use any of your magic?
I have not tried yet.
The reason I ask is I've mentioned magic to the girl outside, and she laughed, said there's no such thing as magic, and she's an alchemist.
I'll try real quick. Try to make a little tiny light.
Okay. Are you hiding this, or?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. You're able to. It takes a second almost, maybe a second longer than you're used to. And when you do attempt to do this, Meek looks at you, and you're able to summon a small light. You can put it out pretty quickly, so no one notices it. That you can tell, at least. But yes, your magic is still available to you.
It's still working.
Did we notice that he struggled a little?
It's difficult to tell as you guys are not inclined to the magic. You're not sure if he was waiting to make sure no one could see or waiting because he was struggling. I'll say less struggling, more so he kind of put his hand out and it should have just been there, and then you wait an extra second and then it popped up, so he wasn't like, ah!
Well, that's interesting to say the least. I think maybe we are in whoever said in a whatchamacallit, simulation.
Maybe.
All right, so I go outside and I go up to Mia to show her my arm.
Okay. She happily puts her book down and begins to look at your metal and wooden arm again and says,
So remind me again, you put this together yourself, yes?
Indeed, I did.
It is honestly quite impressive. Do you have any other body parts like this? Do your friends?
Oh no, just my arm.
Oh, very interesting. You'll have to show me how you did this. I will be honest, I've not really left the town, but I've not seen anything like this ever.
I've also
writing
crafted this, and I pull out my sword.
ooh, and your sword actually glimmers, Ryder, as you pull it out. And it kind of...
Can it be like a slight, like in the reflection of the sun, it's like slightly green?
Sure, yes. When the sun catches it, it's... The light that actually reflects from the blade is somewhat green, and she seems like... she's looking at the weapon, and she looks at you and just looking over. He says,
Where did you all come from again?
This is my shadow piercer blade.
She's kind of nods slowly at, like, that's amazing. Like, she there's no words. She's just completely taken aback.
You could say it's magical. I know you said magic is silly, but you know.
Oh, I'm sure there's some chemical reaction that causes it to do that, but that is still amazing.
She seems
Can I
truly
make it
impressed.
glow a little bit?
Yes, she's not looking at you. Go ahead and roll lore.
Want to like actually make it kind of look like a laser sword?
Yeah. Okay. It takes you a second to focus on it, and maybe you give it a little too much juice. But after this weapon has already caught the sun, it seems to just continue glowing and glows brighter and brighter. Is it continuing green, Aldris, or are you going for a different color?
His sword's usually green, right?
Yeah.
Then it would just be green, yeah.
Okay. This causes her to just completely mouth agape, drops her book, and she looks at you and starts like to look at the rest of you guys and says like,
Where did you get that?
I crafted it.
She kind of puts her hand on your wrist and says,
I would put that away. That is, well,
Blasphemous.
no, not blasphemous. It's just you might scare people.
I can... She's trying to, like, find the words for it.
I can try to rationalize with what I'm seeing, but most folk might not be able to. You are here to kill the beast, yes? You're not sided with it?
Oh no, I'm slaying that thing. I'll bring its head back.
Oh, she, like, breathes out. You can tell her apprehension is most likely because she's not sure if you're, like, some dark magician or something. Or, you know, you're with it. But all the same... she kind of like deflates a little bit, and she bends over to pick her book back up and sort of dusts it off and puts it in her side
May
section.
I ask, Mia,
Yes.
have you not been far out of your village?
No, like I said, I've never had a chance to leave, unfortunately. This beast has been here for quite some time.
There are much things beyond your comprehension that are out there, like this blade in my arm.
I'm seeing that now, yes. Are you trying to say people wield blades like this on every day?
I mean, not my blade. My blade's special,
Of
but
course.
there's very unique things out there.
And her eyes are just sparkling, looking at this weapon and your arm. She seems overstimulated currently and goes,
Oh, so much to think about. Well, if you're all here to slay this beast, I'll be around. I need to collect my thoughts. If any of you are...
Listen, for you, because I know you like alchemy, I'ma bring you, a dragon scale, maybe his tooth, something you can use in your little alchemy potions.
She smiles very widely, that claps her hands together in excitement.
Oh, that would be absolutely wonderful. Let's see. The tavern is open for most of the night. I'll be honest, the music isn't the best, and well, neither is the food, but all the same.
She turns to Georgia and smiles.
I'm just being honest.
Travelers such as
Gonna
yourselves
get
are
a
probably
drink
used
later?
to...
You're probably used to much greater things. Yes, if you would like to eat and drink, we can discuss your travels and you felling this great beast.
And she smiles again at that. Initially, you can tell that maybe she wasn't sure about you guys, but showing her this weapon, the arm, you guys are all seeming incredibly
She's
confident.
impressed by my sword, okay?
Yes, very much so. So effectively, after you guys have killed this thing, she basically invited all of you to swing on by to the town.
Well, I'll definitely take you up on that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
She kind of pats her book and says,
Well, I have places to be, Ryder, and friends.
and she smiles to each of you, and again, her eyes sort of linger on Aldris and Meek, and she looks down to Meek and stares at him for definitely longer and kind of smiles to him, and then Meek makes a cute little noise, and she smiles at that and kind of laughs.
Says, I have things I need to look into, but I'll meet you all later tonight, some other time.
Sounds good.
Wonderful.
And she turns on her heels, pulls her book back out, and seemingly is walking and reading at the same time, not bumping into anyone, just perfectly weaving around them.
Just like
So I'm
that.
gonna look at the group and be like, all right, game plan for taking down the big old dragon.
I mean, we need more info first, Captain.
Oh, I thought you were gonna tell us what the game plan was.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I
same.
mean, like, when I was a kid, I read this, like, medieval book, and, like, typically the vital spot is in its neck, because that's where the fire thing comes out, so, like, if we aim there, we might be able to explode it. But...
Yeah, but I saw this anime where they defeated it by sticking a pole up its butt.
Oh no.
Excuse
Well,
me?
I don't know about some enema dragoning.
Wait, I'm
Right.
sorry. You saw what?
Excuse you?
An anime where they defeated it.
I'm sorry,
by-
what?
That's really anime, by the
What?
way. It was pretty entertaining.
What do you mean
What?
that's real anime?
It's
It
a
was a real anime.
You haven't
guys.
It's a
lived,
real
you
anime.
haven't watched real anime with
It was pretty good.
It's real.
dragon butt.
No, yeah, he's fighting the dragon. He shoves a stick in his butt and it like moans, and yeah, it's
Ew.
in a funny way. In a funny way, it's so
Thanks,
stupid.
I hate it.
So
It's,
stupid.
it's awful.
I don't think I
I-
consented to hear about this.
I thought she was. Yeah, sorry. I thought she was lying when she talked to me about it. And she's like, "No, babe, look." And she doesn't scene, and I'm
Oh,
like,
look.
"Dear God, it's real." It's
So
actually
my-
it's really stupid.
So my thought process is two things. Nara or Aldris, we can go with two plans. Because, you know, we always need a backup plan. Nara, if you can try to figure out how to create gunpowder. I know they don't have guns back or nowadays, but you can figure out how to get some supplies that can make something go boom.
You know
We
I
can
love
try
a challenge.
shooting that into its neck and making it go boom. If not, Aldris, if you can try doing some type of spell thingy that also goes boom, that could also come in handy.
Yeah.
I can definitely do some boomy spells.
Yeah.
I mean, GG.
I can't help with the
kick fuck
gunpowder,
out of
too.
it.
Yeah.
Right,
I
GG?
mean,
Yeah.
High five.
High five.
me and Aldris working together could be twice the power, right?
Theoretically,
Okay.
yeah.
Magic gunpowder bullets.
Sounds pretty dope.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go to the blacksmith to see if he can create something for me.
It's not he. I'm just telling you right now. I could do a lot better, but go on.
All right.
Do your thing.
You head on over to the blacksmith rider, and you see him once again working away, just like Nara saw him, and he wipes his brow again, sort of lets out a heavy breath as he puts down the axe that he is now finished. He looks over to you and sort of walks up to like what would be the counter, effectively, off the side. He goes,
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Hi, I need you to make some big
Your
project.
Your mic got like really quiet.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
I don't know what is up with
It's fine. You're good now.
Am I quiet or am I loud?
You're perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to make me something big.
He nods.
All right, what are we talking about?
I'm talking like figure out what it's called. It's like the ballistia
Like
thing.
a trebuchet or a ballista or something? Or?
Yeah. Like,
Well, sorry.
like
do you want to shoot a giant arrow or a giant rock?
yeah, I'm trying to shoot like a big ol' arrow.
Okay, that's indeed a ballista.
Okay, I was right. Okay, cool. So, have you ever heard of a ballista?
Aye, but I'm not sure I'd be able to put one together for you. I don't have the materials.
Oh, I can get you the materials.
He raises an eyebrow at that.
How?
What do you mean, how? I'm just gonna go collect them for you and bring them back and you make it for me.
He slowly nods at that.
All right.
He's not sure if you're being serious or not.
Is it? Do you not know? Do you know how to make a ballista?
I've not made one in the past, but I could give it a shot. It would take me a while, though. I don't have the equipment here to put something like that together.
I mean, I can get you wood.
Well, we have wood. I don't have the metal and stone to hold it in place, and I'll be honest, I don't have the blueprint. I wouldn't know how to actually construct it.
I'll get you all that. Don't worry.
He's sort of narrowing his eyes and just nods and says,
And how will you be paying for this?
Oh, the mayor said
why
it's
do you
on the
need a
house.
ballista?
I'm slaying the dragon for you.
his eyes light up at that instantly.
Oh! You brought friends, I assume, yes?
Yeah. I have a whole crew with me.
He kind of sighs, a little tired, and goes,
Alright, sure, why not? Go, gather what you can, bring it in, I'll see what I can do with it.
Well, you have wood, so what do you need from me? Metal?
I don't know how to make the damn thing. You tell me.
Okay, I'll figure it out and I'll come back for you.
all right. And he kind of heads off to go work on something in the shop.
Nara!
What? I'm back.
I need blueprints for a ballista so he can make it for me.
Oh yeah, I can do that for you. I can draw that.
Yeah, you could very
I can draw a
easily
little,
put this in.
a little diagram for you.
I mean, ballista's really only, the stretchy rope thing, whatever that's called.
There's a lot
Leave
going on.
the descriptions
but-
to me,
Metal.
Ryder.
There's a lot going on.
Leave it to me.
realistically.
There's a lot more to it.
Yeah, the major issue, obviously, if he doesn't have the metal and such, and to get the metal, you need to go into the cave where this dragon is, because they don't have any.
Yeah.
So it would have to be
But-
stone, or something stone adjacent.
hmm. I mean, is this still something that I could
Theoretically,
finagle?
you could finagle it together. It has to be made of stone, so you need to account for that. It might take you a little longer to put together the slightly longer. Not.
What's the metal part that you're... Sorry, I'm just looking at them right now, and they look like they're mostly made of wood.
They
They are
can be.
mostly made of wood, yeah.
They are mostly wood, but like, what are you gonna pierce? What's the arrow gonna be made of?
Does he not have extra metal with weapons?
From what Nara told you, it's not good quality, and a lot like looking around, they're not really weapons. They're tools, like small sides for like cutting beets, axes for cutting wood, things of that nature. They're not weapons, and even these smaller things are made not poorly. It's just the material he has is bad.
It'll break on impact.
Effectively, yeah. It might just explode.
Not great. Don't worry about it, Ryder. I've got this.
So we need to find some type of metal or something that's strong enough to pierce a dragon's hide.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Okay. While you're putting this together, Nara, how are you guys gonna find this stone and/or metal?
What if we
Wait.
have Meek just lick him? I'm just kidding.
You know.
There should be some prospectors in the area, right? Who mine the area?
From what they told you, from the mayor told you, no, there's absolutely nothing. The only metal they have is currently in town, and only the blacksmith's able to repurpose it.
Not great.
Yeah, they
Wait,
literally
wait.
have nothing.
They don't have anyone who just digs up the land?
From what he told you, there is nothing. What they currently have is all they have. They're gonna run out, and then they're all just gonna die because no one can come to the town and no one can leave.
So, question about that, the no one can leave thing.
Yes.
Are we like surrounded by like big are we like in a cove or something? Like why can we not just go like
So if you were to look
north?
beyond the horizon, you don't see any towns. You do see hills, trees, and then some mountains, depending on the direction you look. But you don't see any civilization. So you have the feeling that obviously, back in the day, you would travel from, town to town. It might take a day, it might take half a day, etc., etc. We don't have quick travel. But everything would used to be horse, and all you've seen so far are horses and such. But they were probably used to having imports and exports from this specific location. They're also probably used to this mining cave that has been taken over by this dragon. So, to your knowledge, they have no imports, no exports, and the mayor very explicitly told you they are literally running out of materials, and once they do, they're just going to wither away and die.
I'm gonna ask the Kabuto a question.
Okay. You walk on over to the Kabuto, and it's like feigning eating grass. It doesn't really need to. It looks up at you and goes,
Hello, Ryder.
Kabuto, are you good?
I am quite bored, but yes, I am good, as you put it.
Do you still function like yourself, or is there some stuff offline?
It pauses for a moment and says,
I seemingly do not have access to my database.
Do you have access to our mechs?
it thinks again for a moment.
I do not.
Huh. Because obviously I can't get in you because you're too small.
Correct. I am currently an organism such as yourself. I am organic. I am a beetle.
I'm just like looking at it because I'm just like don't know what to say to it.
Its mouth isn't opening. It's like psychically speaking to you and kind of moving its head to the left and the right.
Little pincer clicks.
Yeah, effectively.
Do you have a do you still have like you know, an ability to attack?
Me?
Define attack.
Well, you know, before I could shoot laser beams out of you.
Oh, you mean my weapons? Currently,
Yes, your
I
weapon.
And it pauses and thinks.
do not have access to my weapons. I merely have these,
And it kind of like holds its head up and you see its pincers. And it puts its head down and shows it one of its large horn.
I have this.
How big would you say the Kabuto is right now?
It's about the size of a horse. It's big.
Tiny.
That's a big beetle.
Yeah, it's
So, like,
it's
as
a
tall
beetle
as
size
a
of
horse?
Yeah,
Is
big
it like as
horse.
wide as like an SUV?
yeah, basically. It's
Big, so
pretty damn
big
big.
beetle, tiny ship.
What?
Big beetle, but a tiny ship.
What do you mean tiny ship?
I'm gonna turn to the group because I'm just assuming we're
would
all
not
like
fit
kind of
in
close
the
to the
beetle.
end.
Oh no, nothing would fit inside. I mean, from what you gather, the beetle is organic. It's literally a beetle. It's not an illusion. It's not like
I'm just saying.
fake or
you
metal.
know,
It actually looks like a beetle.
I
You
don't
guys can
feel
usually
safe
tell.
anymore.
Yeah. Maybe if you look at it too much, it's a little unsettling, depending on how you feel about insects.
I pet the beetle.
The Kabuto likes the attention.
So guys, what do you think about bringing the Kabuto into battle against the dragon?
I think that's a bad idea.
That's a terrible idea.
But he's a big beetle.
He is a big beetle. A
Yeah, but-
beetle is not.
But the
A
Kabuto is strong.
I can
Not
only
like
have
this.
base-
one.
rider, but depending on the strength of this beast, it might kill me, potentially.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah,
will
you
then we have
are.
to-
You are organic. You don't have your defenses.
This is true.
Yeah, I don't want to damage you.
It's to be a bad idea.
I appreciate
I
that,
didn't
Ryder.
pay all that money to get you just for you to break in this weird world.
Indeed.
Cause you're my baby. Alright, anyways, we're not gonna break you. You stay here and eat grass.
I
It
don't
kind of
think.
looks around and goes.
Do beetles eat grass?
Like I said, it's faking eating grass. It's like looking at it and then just like it's like nuzzling against it, just like to look like a horse. But it's not sure if people see it as a horse or as a beetle, so it's like just trying to blend in.
Beetles are herbivores, eating only plants. Yes.
Right. Beetles eat grass.
Are they? That makes sense. I don't know why I'm surprised.
It does
Sure,
make
but-
sense, but
Yeah, you're not sure if
You
it
know.
needs to eat or if it's just doing this just to do it, but all the same.
Just fitting in with the locale.
So, does anyone want to come on a scouting mission? We're not gonna go fight the dragon. We're just gonna kind of go in the direction and see what we see.
Okay, I gotta work on this ballista stuff.
I'll go.
ballista stuff.
I'll
Sounds
delete
good. Me and Gigi are gonna
Gunpowder
go
stuff?
scout.
Got my eyes.
I gotta
Oh,
work.
yeah.
We gotta work on it, Aldous.
We gotta work on it.
Wait,
Very important.
Gigi, before you go,
Yes?
I made you some candy.
Did you really? Oh my god, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah. I hand them over.
I pop one in.
It's delicious.
This is amazing, Hara. You're a goddess.
I know.
Shut up, baby. I know it.
Just for you, Gigi.
Alrighty, and the two of you, Ryder and Georgiana, tell me precisely what you're doing in your scouting mission.
Wait, Liam's not coming?
Of course he is, but I can't ask myself what I'm doing on your scouting mission.
Hey, Liam, what are you? I don't know. What am I
I
doing?
know. So, Liam, what do you choose? Well, you see, Dean. I've been silent this entire time because I have this great plan. Oh, please, Liam, tell us. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. We're in chat. My bad, dude. You're late. It's okay, bud. Don't worry. My car broke. Oh, it's fine. It happens.
All right, all right.
All right. So, what's the plan?
What's the? Oh, you're asking. Oh, we're gonna
What's
go.
the story?
We're gonna go on the trail,
Okay.
leading towards the thing, just to see like if we can see any damage from it. If we can
It's a
see
very
food,
obvious trail.
If
So-
we can see like any people who are coming back from fighting it or trying to fight it or just anything.
Definitely. This won't require any rolls or anything. As you guys move up to the north, or the direction they told you where the dragon should be, there's a pretty obvious trail, one that was definitely used in the past. You can tell many carts and horses and such used to come up and down this trail, but no longer. You don't see any people. You see very, very little wildlife just on the outskirts. Most of them hanging about various bushes. You see some elk, some rabbits, things of that nature. And then just up ahead, it doesn't take too long to get there. But this cave is very close to the town, like very close. You guys do indeed see a very large opening in a mountain, which you presume is the cave. You do see some burn marks around the opening of the cave. You see various trees and bushes and such that have been long burnt down, and their husks just remain near the exit. And maybe about 10, 20, 30 feet also away, just dead, felled, gnarled plants that have been scratched by large claws. And around the entrance to this cave, you will also see many gashes and gouges taken out by, you presume, to be, once again, these creatures' fangs.
So leading up to this cave,
Mhm.
we didn't see anybody.
Nobody, not a single soul. No one's stupid enough to come up here.
So the only way to another town is going through the cave.
To get to another town, you have no idea. That they didn't tell you. But to defeat this thing...
Well, I just asked because
yeah.
they said their trade route is blocked off because of the dragon.
The dragon's preventing anyone from wanting to come in. Well, you didn't ask him this directly, but I'll go ahead and tell you. Effectively, if anyone were to come to this town to do trade, the dragon would swoop out of the cave, destroy their caravan, and then swoop back into the cave. It is effectively what he told you. So nobody's stupid enough to come here from outside. People would come in, they'd attempt to trade, and they would get just completely obliterated. The dragon would take all their shit and then leave, or just burn it to ash. So
Look at
basically,
GG, and I'm like, I have a plan.
Okay.
So you remember the old ancient text from way back in the day? Maybe you didn't read it, but sometimes when I'm bored and I read stuff, I've read this old story about a Trojan horse. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
So, because the dragon likes to blow up caravans, what if we made a Trojan-like horse as a, kind of, what do you call it? Like a trick? Like we're tricking him. But inside of the Trojan horse is something that, blows up. So if he hits it, it's it'll freak him out, and then we have enough time to attack him. He's not expecting us to come from a different direction.
Right, that's worth a try, but that would take a lot of materials to build.
Just some wood. It's not that much. And we can ask the town for a used what do you call it? Wagon, and we can just build upon that.
All right. So what do we do if it doesn't fall for it?
We'll make it kind of go closer to the cave until he does fall for it. Because Aldris, if you remember, he did that shadow clone jutsu where he could move stuff. So if we attach the shadow clone thingy on the carriage, he can like kind of move it towards it without us being in danger.
I have Cade to grab water. The first thing you hear is shadow clone. What? Continue. Sorry.
The dragon's trying to hear our our clues. He's like, what? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's it's worth a thought. I think we should discuss with the team just to make sure they don't have any better ideas.
I mean, it's either that or we try to go into the cave and then try fighting him in there. But now that I'm thinking about it, if he comes out, then he's flying, and we don't really have our mechs to deal with something that's flying.
Yeah. Can we check the area around the cave, like see if there's alternate exits?
Upon looking around the cave, you notice one entrance, one exit.
Same one or?
Same one.
Okay.
One way in, one way out.
And can I see the cave? Like, can I see the cave entrance?
Yeah, you can see into it. It's dark. There's no light in there.
All right. Second plan, GG. Ixnay the Troy horse plan.
Okay.
What if we go inside the cave to fight the dragon, but we have a trap ready for it? So we set up something on top of the cave, so then we lure him out, and then we drop it, and then it hits him, so then he's like, ouch, that hurt, and then we attack him.
I think our best bet's the Trojan horse first, and then that can be a backup plan.
Oh, but if we use the horse, wouldn't he come out?
Well, if we shove it in there and make an explosion, we could potentially drop the mountain on top of him.
Yeah, but the mayor did say there's some stuff behind him that we might want.
Oh, well, then explosion is a big fat no.
And I know you like shiny things.
Yes, I do.
He did hint that the valuables are guarded by this dragon.
As dragons do.
As dragons do. Also, I guess a reminder to Mr. Ryder, this place is supposed to somehow have the ammunition for that gun.
Well, I'm assuming it's behind the dragon.
That'd be a safe assumption.
We just, like, put the dragon to sleep. And then stab it in the chest.
Wow, that is just not kosher.
But isn't that the easiest way to deal with it?
That's a coward's way to do it.
I think if we make a trap, then we can get him stuck or hurt him so that he can't fly, and then we can kill him. Oh, I have a question for the GM real quick.
I have an answer.
So because I'm in human form, out of curiosity, not that I'm super worried about it, but I still have wrecked armor and I'm not technically in my thing, so how would that be
That
a
is
severe
something that also,
consequence?
yeah, so any type of debuffs affect you and your mech, just because you were in your mech when it happened, so any damage would be universal. So obviously if you're hurt, you would function with your mech worse. If your mech is hurt, somehow that damage is reflected to you, whether it be something sparked or broke, or you were jostled about and, you know, didn't break your leg, but you hurt yourself. I believe yours is currently, yeah, basically that one's just currently not, yeah, just filled up right now.
So how long does it take for those things to go away?
That one takes a while. Georgiana's should realistically be gone by now, because that was healing. Yours needs to be healed first, so someone would need to roll a 6+ to heal that. Or
Oh, boy.
effectively, yeah. Well, and you can't. So someone else has to do it. So somebody has to roll a 6+ with some sort of healing ability. So crafting would logically make sense. Realistically, Aldris's magic would also make sense. And you guys can buff each other if you want, which is basically just +2. But realistically, after this mission, it'll go into remission and it'll start healing itself. These things are also healed naturally over time.
Gotcha.
Me and Nara working together could probably fix it.
Yes, the two of you working together could definitely fix it, but keep in mind, even if you do fix it, it's still going to be in the recovery phase for a while.
Better to be in the recovery phase than not at all.
Right.
So
what's the plan of attack? You guys are halfway going trap, halfway attack. Do we all agree on trap him, lure him out? You only get one chance, and from what you've heard, this thing is... It's not dumb.
I feel like
It's not
luring
weak.
him out is the worst idea because we don't have our mechs and we can't fly, and if he flies, we're probably gonna get fucked.
Yeah, it's hinted that it can fly, so...
Unless we can disable its wings somehow.
Is this dragon immune to fire?
Presumably, but you're not sure. These townfolk don't exactly have fire to use on it, and they're not going to run in with a, torch and throw it at him, so...
Yes.
Why not? Sounds like
I don't
a
know.
great idea.
Maybe the dragon's made of something else and just explode. Who knows? He's covered in oil. What an idiot.
What a dummy.
What a big
Wow.
dumb
That's an interesting idea.
That was easy.
Are you sure we can't just put it to sleep?
So you're saying put it to sleep. Mechanically, how are you going to put a dragon to sleep?
Magic.
Yeah.
Puppies will
Oh,
make
God,
it sleep.
don't put everything on me. That's
Yeah,
gonna have like a +10 to that.
Yeah, so realistically, if you're saying Aldous is going to put it to sleep, you guys would need to still engage it in combat in some way. If you want to go that route, you're more than welcome to, but just keep in mind, only Aldous can do this.
Oh God, he's gonna have like a +10 to resist that, and it's not gonna go well.
Goodbye, Aldris. Nice knowing you.
Deuces. See you never.
Fried chicken.
Wow, that laugh
Why is
is really
everybody so mean to
creepy,
me?
and I don't like it.
I say no sleepy.
Okay.
We just devise a plan to like, not so much a trap as in like, because that's us try to lead it out of the cave to just try to drop something on it. If that goes bad, then he can get out of it and fly. We need to go into the cave and push him. So, revising the Trojan horse plan, but it's not going to explode, destroying the cave.
Okay. I also say, side note, Nara, you do still have the ability to use your craft ability in combat. It's going to be small things, but you can still craft things quickly in combat. It obviously won't be little robots doing it for you, but you can still do this.
What are dragons
Okay.
afraid of?
Or what?
What are dragons afraid of?
Good question.
Because we can make the Trojan horse look like that to make it go in. Right?
Apparently, giant rods up the butt.
Apparently.
No, it liked that.
Oh no, that's even worse.
Befriend the dragon.
I just don't know what we'd stick in the Trojan horse to. Because he's probably going to destroy it. What if we can concoct something that if he destroys it, it gets on him almost like pepper spray, where it's like blinds him and makes it hard for him to see? Maybe we can ask them if they have some type of herbs or spices in town.
I will say mechanically, there are a few things you do have on you, Nara. I won't say they're limited, like you only have like 3 chances, but you do have some crafting reagents on you. Alchemical mixes and such of that nature that you can make quickly on the fly.
I mean, if I have them, I'll use them.
Yeah, so you do have some stuff on you, definitely. And once again, you can't like make like straight up, grenades and whatnot, but you can make things to help blind, things of that nature.
Okay.
Which is literally the same as all of your other Create an Advantage and all those other things.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
you
do
know.
have access to that. You need to get closer,
Okay.
unfortunately, but you do have access to it.
All right. I mean,
And
stuff
then
like.
obviously, Georgiana and Ryder just shooting stab, so.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Well, I'm also
Stuff-
loud and proud. Technically, I could lure the dragon somewhere.
You could.
Oh no.
You do
Loud
still
and
look, you're
proud, eh?
obnoxiously bright still, Georgiana. That has not faded.
Main character
do.
hair color.
Basically, yeah.
All right. Well. Do what I can, I guess.
Okay.
Figure out. I guess I'll take this time to figure out stuff that I can use for an advantage in the future.
Rebelling against me? Okay. Alright, anybody else?
I mean. So what's the official plan about?
Oh,
Have we decided?
by the way, Daniel, because I forgot what you said
Yes.
my outfit looks like.
It honestly looks how you want it to look.
I want it to look like that.
Cool, yeah, sure. As I mentioned, your guys' clothes are nicer than the rest. You're wearing nice leathers with the wonderful, not necessarily neck fluff, but you have that wolf pelt adorning your shoulders, and you look dope. Liam looks similar, but he's more slim. More like hooded cowl and whatnot, so we can slink into the shadows and whatnot and assist you guys.
I'm super into that.
Alright, so you guys aren't... basically, from what I'm gathering, you guys are going to move in and try to use whatever strategy you can to kind of confuse the beast and then defeat it that way.
Yeah.
Alright, well, when you're ready, let me know, and I'll warp us to the dragon.
Oh dear God. All right.
Fighting it right now?
Whenever you guys are ready.
This is gonna go horribly wrong.
Are we not trying to make like gunpowder or whatever?
No, I'd be trying to make gunpowder.
I'm gonna say I'm pretty sure we want to do that first.
I would say, Nara, you
Can
have
we
a...
make flash grenades with the gunpowder or no?
Nara only has a limited... Okay, let me put it this way. Nara, you have as much gunpowder and flash shit as you need, but only within a mechanical limit. So, for example, you can't make 500 flash bombs. You can make one at a time. And this isn't like a mechanical limit. This is, you have a bag that has an amount in it, and for some reason, you just know that you can't exploit this, for whatever reason. Whether the laws of this realm would prevent it from happening, or it would just disappear, you know that you can do what you need to do within, like, combat and whatnot, but you couldn't go ahead and, like, you know, I'm going to sell 9,000 pounds of, you know, flash powder or something.
Well, I mean, like, can I make, like, 2 flash bombs?
So in combat, you can make anything within reason in combat for yourself, much like you have been already in the game.
So because they were making, like, gunpowder stuff or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, so she
give
has
me...
limited gunpowder for herself, but she can give you guys like one thing basically if you want.
I can give you 1 bullet, Ryder. You better make it count.
1 bullet?
Ammo. What would you want specifically, right?
Oh, I was pretty much just like pretty much like an arrow, but at the tip it's like almost kind of like Hawkeye, where he has like an exploding arrow.
Sure. Yeah, she can definitely make 1 exploding arrow for you, or a couple, like 2 or 3.
I'll do.
Alright, cool.
Let's say 3.
Okay.
Should I craft it?
We'll just say you have them because you're. It's not hard and you're that good.
Okay.
Also, you're not under any stress. There's no reason to roll.
Okay. And then I would like to make a flash bomb in advance.
Sure.
So
we can say for real quick for Aldris and Georgiana, we'll do the whole quantum equipment thing. You guys can say ahead of time, Nar would have made this for me, and you just have it, as long as it's within reason. So you can say she made me a flash bomb. Perfectly fine. You can't say she made me a nuke. You can't say she made me 90 flash bombs. But if Aldris, Georgiana, and Ryder as well, you do have your little arrows. But if you want something different, this is how the whole quantum equipment works. So you guys will spend 400 hours, planning. We don't have to mess with inventory. That just takes too long. You guys can say in combat, Nar would have made this for me, and as long as it's reasonable, I will say yes. That way it speeds it up a little for you guys. And unless you think on the fly, and you can oh, I had this thing on.
Do they have chain anywhere in the city?
Very, very, very limited. Like I mentioned, all metal is being used for other things right now.
I'm gonna ask for all the chain they have.
He's able to give you some chain, but it's literally 20 feet of chain.
Good enough. Alright. I ask him to actually no, I'm gonna ask Nara to make me a really long spike to drive through the chain, and also a hook at the end of the chain.
You mean a...
Pretty much my plan is we're gonna go into the
a
cave.
harpoon?
Kind of like a harpoon. I'm gonna stake the chain into the ground, and then one of us is gonna hook the end of the chain into the dragon so it can keep it from flying away, potentially.
Like a harpoon with an anchor?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so you have enough metal. All the metal goes into just that. And keep in mind, it is brittle. So.
It's fine. We'll be able to kill it before it breaks.
I'm I'll do it, but it's... I don't really have a lot of experience against dragon scales.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
But it'll be a little brittle, so make it count.
Oh, we will.
Alrighty. And with that, do we venture out forward?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. We're not bringing their copy, though, correct?
No.
All right.
No.
Alright, I will say our boy is insistent on coming along.
What, Meek?
Meek, yeah.
Maybe he can lick the dragon.
Maybe he can lick the dragon. Always.
Maybe Meek can lick its eyeballs.
And blind it.
This is indeed a
And blind
possibility.
it.
Your Meek may have blinded the beast.
While we're walking, I'm like, hey Meek,
It looks at you.
if it's got eyes, I think you should go for him.
He
Husband, please stop.
I'm gonna look at Aldris and I'm like, hey, Aldris, do you think if you give Meek some magic, do you think you can still do the magical stuff?
I don't know, maybe. We haven't really had time to test what Meek can do. So, I mean, we can try.
We'll get to there when we get there, I guess. Alright,
I give Meek juice.
alright,
Meek
crew,
accepts
let's,
the juice.
let's stick together, but not too close, just in case.
Alrighty. As you all head in, it takes you it really isn't that far. It's maybe 5 or so minutes of walking. And you guys eventually arrive at the cave. The cave that is marred by this great beast. It does indeed seem quite large, and as you guys enter, you can see the further and further you go in, it looks as if the beast has sort of cleared out. You guys are more than welcome to move around. I'll tell you where you can stop. Just don't jet across the map. You guys can walk around.
Meow.
Just later, nerd. You guys are more than welcome to walk about and whatnot. And no matter where you go, Meek is going to follow you, Aldris. So as you begin to
What a
look
good boy.
around, Ryder, you notice that this was once a mining operation. You see that many pickaxes and various carts and things were left behind in a hurry, surprisingly. You can see that the creature somewhat recently has burned the ground, and it's left its mark, its stain. Yeah, it's everywhere. There's various locations. You can tell that it's burnt and melted some of the rocks. You're not really sure why it's shaped this way precisely, but it seems intentional in a way. Somewhat intentional, at least. It is also a very large expanse. So all these locations, for reference, all these dark rock areas, these go all the way up to the ceiling. You cannot climb over them.
I climb right here.
You die.
Why is this cavern, this tunnel, so big?
That's a good question.
It is a very odd shape, isn't it?
It is very odd shape. And as you guys walk around, it's somewhat quiet. You hear dripping in the distance. And there's next to no light in this cave besides the charred and burning stone. Your creature goes around blasting the walls with fire occasionally. Some of its steel feels warm. So walk up to it.
Can I stealth?
You may. Where are you trying to go?
I guess I'm trying to skirt the perimeter and
Are you
not
looking
make
for
a lot
any-
of noise that
Sure.
could potentially alert some. Hey! That's my hiding spot.
Go ahead and roll that for me. Also, the whole map should be available to you guys, so the dragon's currently just invisible, and I'll reveal him when it's time. All right.
Oh, great.
You may move as you will. I also will say one thing real quick. When combat does break down, we're still going to use fate rules with zones and whatnot, but I will just say this is a zone, this is a zone, this is a zone, etc., things of that nature.
I'm gonna stealth around then.
Okay.
Keeping
More
an
wel-
eye out for
more
the
welcome to do
supposed
so.
dragon thing.
You feel very quiet, Nara. And as you move further and further in, you can hear rocks and such shifting. Aldris and Georgiana, what do you two doing?
How
I'm
big is the
standing-
entrance?
How big is the entrance? The entrance to the cave?
Yeah.
About like 30 or so feet.
Do you
wide
think
at
I
least.
could,
What are you trying to do?
I was thinking if I could, like, make, like, a magic bomb, kind of like a delayed blast fireball, just in case we have to run. Maybe, like, seal up the cave.
Okay. Ooh, this is spicy. I will say roll me lore right now, but obviously there's no. Okay, good. There's no concentration in this game, obviously.
Yeah.
But if for any reason, Aldris, you are tragically hurt, I'll ask you to do an overcome roll, basically to keep focusing on this. It's gonna be a will roll, and if you lose your
Oh,
focus,
boy.
it'll just go off. But otherwise,
Oh,
yes,
boy.
it can stay here. Otherwise, that's all.
Just to have some sort of escape plan if things go wrong.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and drop it right here.
I
Or
see
it could
skeleton.
trap us and we'll die.
Or that, yeah, hopefully not that.
You hear that thunder,
I
lover?
thought that was thunder.
Yeah, the storm's rolling in.
Excellent.
Yeah, it rained really bad over
Unbad.
here earlier.
The weather said wind gusts and possible hail until like 1 a.m.
Interesting. All right.
Wonderful.
That's fine. Jace just wanted
Look
to
at
say
this skeleton boy.
Oh my god, yeah. I see. Yep, T-storms, but it's not all night. Nothing too crazy, at least. Alright, where did you go? Alright, there you are. Okay. As you begin to move further and further in, you feel as if your stealth is now required. Ryder, I'm going to ask you to roll stealth as well.
Ryder doesn't need stealth.
Ryder die.
Ryder dies.
Hopefully not.
Wait,
Right,
I need to do my stealth?
No.
Listen, from what I know about dragons, they can talk. So if I go in there cocky while everyone else is coming in sneaky, I can time.
Maybe. Roll stealth?
So do I consider stealthing?
No, so you're already good, Nara. I need Ryder to roll.
Okay.
Wait, I have to roll stealth?
Do you want to be seen? Intentionally. You don't have to roll anything.
Can the dragon talk?
I don't know.
I guarantee you, no one's
I
tried.
can't tell you these things. You have to figure it out yourself. That's the
Fine,
path of
I'll roll
exploration.
stealth for
Okay.
now.
All right, you rolled stealth.
It was pointless anyway.
I say, side note, you do not know how good your stealth was. So when you guys roll stealth and things of this nature, preferably just keep playing the same way you would. So right, you are still intending to stealth. You don't know how loud you are or are not.
By the way, I'm clinging to Liam and hanging back.
Okay. Liam's chilling with you. His arrows knocked and drawn. He's ready.
Ooh, and he's a super good sharpshooter.
Yeah, he's chilling back here with you. Since they're getting closer, Aldris, where are you located?
I'm gonna turn back to Nara and be like, wait here.
Right where you are, or where I am currently?
Where you are, just stay there.
Okay, good. Will do, sir.
Where's Aldris?
I don't know. Mr. Birdman? Art thou present?
Twah! Twah! You gotta talk his language. There he is.
All right, Mr.
See, I
Aldris.
told you, you gotta talk his language.
All right, where are you,
That's
buddy?
how it works. Well, depending on how long it takes for me to place a bomb at the door, I'd be there
not-
for a while, and then probably just follow Georgiana.
Sure. All right. So we'll say you guys are kind of back here. Liam's chilling. You're in a pretty good position, Nara. Ryder, while you begin to look about, kind of peek around corners and such, looking.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Don't say what you're gonna say.
I'm
gonna peek my head. I'm not even gonna peek my head. I'm gonna walk in and be like, so this cave's looking real good for moving into.
All right. Your voice echoes and bounces off all the walls, ceiling. You hear some of the stone shift. You can tell that it's a bit loose here. You also notice that there is indeed ore aplenty. It's actually quite odd looking. And as you say that, Ryder, the massive hole in front of you stirs. You hear something scratching up against it. Then you hear dragging as if claws are raking against stone. Not a moment later, a dragon
The boy!
scurries its way up the hole. You see its head push up first, and you see just lava and heat emanating between its fangs as it
Definitely immune to fire.
pulls itself up and doesn't jump straight at you, just pauses here and looks to you, Ryder.
You know, maybe it could be a friend. I don't know why we have to kill it.
I mean, make you just do a little dance, dragon dance. Alright, do you say or do anything while it's climbing up, Ryder? It's difficult to hear, I will say. It is quite loud.
Like while he's climbing up, do I say anything?
I'm asking you, I'm saying you have time to if you wish. Also, I hear him.
I'm be like, look here, chump. You taking. You think you're the big shot around here, but really there's only one of those in this town, and it's me. I'm here to reclaim my cave.
Okay. As you say that, the creature looks at you, Ryder, and I'll have to ask you to make an athletics roll.
Oh, Lord. I don't think he talks.
Alright, wonderful. It shoots what seems to be a ball of lava effectively at you, but you're able to easily dodge it ahead of time, as you weren't really attempting to be stealthy. You're not really trying to hide yourself.
Listen, Firehead, I get it. You're angry because I'm here. Daddy's home. You don't gotta shoot at me.
Pause for 2 seconds. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna see how loud the storm is. Give me a second.
And then we never saw him again.
I was really hoping the dragon would talk to me. I thought he was gonna do a Cobble Bottom's voice.
Oh no.
A Cumber
Okay,
Bootum.
Doesn't seem too bad.
Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch,
Voice.
Kunderbotch,
Benedict Cumber Bootum.
Bandascooch, Spandergooch,
Smandergooch.
Spandergooch.
Vanders.
All right.
Benedict Butterscotch.
That butterscotch, Spandergooch. All right.
Yeah.
And with that, my friend, his name is Hi. How cute. Updated. Yay. Okay, you can tell this beast is not having any of it, Ryder. Whether or not it can speak, I cannot say. But
Yeah.
you've taunted it, and it seems very much unhappy. And with that, we're going to go ahead and jump to initiative. I'll say probably Riders first, because that logically makes the most sense. And I will say this beast is quite fearsome, more fearsome than anything we fought before. It's going to have various mechanics and such, so just be careful fighting it. You can, for the most part, use all of your skills and things. It'll just be more archaic and more medieval.
I'm gonna shoot his wing with my arrow. Not the explosive arrow, just the arrow.
Okay. So, what about that comment music? Okay. So my question to you, Ryder, is, so basically with everything we do, I added a little GM player screen at the bottom that kind of let you see what the rolls are. Obviously, create, manage, attack, defend, overcome. Much easier to see here, which is really nice. There's quite a bit, actually. So, are you attacking, or are you trying to create an advantage?
I mean, it would hurt him, but I guess I'm trying to, like, dampen his wings so he can't fly.
Okay. So you're trying to create advantage then?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. And that's with an arrow?
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds like a shoot roll if I've ever heard one.
Like, not in his wing as in, like, the, you know, the loose flappy part, but, like, in the arm of the wing.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the meaty bit is.
So you're trying to shoot an arrow in a really inconvenient location for this boy, so...
C.
Yeah, so basically it'll bother him effectively. Okay, that's fair, that's fair. Okay. So you fire off your arrow, and the dragon very quickly dips off to the side. Okay. They'll just create advantage.
Best shot?
Use what?
Can I use my aspect best shot in the galaxy?
You would have to use 2 aspects to... you'd have to use 2 aspects, which is 2 fate points in 1 shot. You sure you want to do that?
No.
Can't he reroll?
That's a fate point, though.
That is a fate point. You only have 3 fate points.
Oh, that was a fate point either way.
It's a fate, yeah, regardless what you do, it's a fate point. I wouldn't recommend rerolling that, only because that's rough, buddy. And I will... Sure, what can I say? Oh, I will say this. So imagine fate points basically like anime points in this game. Effectively, that's how they function. Pretty much what... In general, what that is basically... in moments in anime where you know, the character does like the thing to like block or dodge or whatever, basically plot armor and shit, that's basically what your fate points are. If you treat them as such, it does make some things a little bit easier and whatnot. But obviously, like with stamina, you will eventually run out of your anime points effectively. So treat them like that, effectively. But all the same, Ryder, you do fire off this arrow, and it goes soaring past the creature as it dodges it. And you can sort of hear its laugh as it begins to lumber and move closer and closer to you. I'll say it's going to leave the far area and then just kind of come to you, Mr. Good Sir. And as it does, it is going to attempt to attack.
Wait, did I just hear it laugh?
It comes as it moves towards.
Oh, so you do talk.
He raises his claw to strike you.
Appreciate that. Bitch.
Super unlucky. Excellent. As it should be.
What am I supposed to roll?
You're probably gonna roll to dodge this. That would be athletics.
So can I paint the picture of me dodging him?
So you get to ignore damage and you gain a boost. So yes, go ahead and narrate that.
So he's gonna laugh at me. And I'm like, oh, it's funny, hothead? You think this is funny? Do you think this is a joke? And he's gonna swipe at me. He's gonna come at me all dragon like, boom, 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 boom. And then he's gonna swipe at me, and I'm gonna jump up, and I'm like jump on his hand, and then like bounce off of it, and then land and pull up my sword.
Okay. You draw your weapon. You draw your weapon, and you jump back a bit. Ryder, who's next?
Nara.
Nara, alright, you got Nara. Real quick, I will say this. Liam will not get his own turn, and neither will Meek, but if they're in a position to do so, they can give anybody a +1 to their roll, but only once per round.
Can I...
In what way? Like advantage or
+1.
distraction?
+1, that's it. Just +1. So if you roll to attack, and you roll a 3, he can shoot an arrow to give you a +1, so you now have 4. As long as it logically makes sense. If you're trying to, like, I don't know, do something that doesn't make any sense, or if he's nowhere near you, then no, it's not gonna work. Alright,
I would like to throw a flash bomb towards its eyes.
Alright. We're attempting to blind the beast and distract him.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and throw that one for me.
Are you telling me to close my eyes when you throw this?
Yeah. Do you close your eyes?
Yes.
Okay. You don't have to. It's not an order. Just a suggestion.
Just stare at it.
Which one would that be for me? Crafts?
I
No,
will say
I'm not
crafts, yeah.
making something. Okay.
You are though, yeah. Basically, anytime you do something along those lines, it's craft.
Oh, painful.
Wow.
Oh!
I rolled the
That's
opposite.
unfortunate.
Okay.
Wait, no, look, I have a limited number of these. I'm gonna re-roll.
You can, but I did roll a 5.
Yeah, but what if I roll a 5 or a 6?
Yes,
You
sir.
know, I have a +3.
You do. You're more than welcome to. So don't actually re-roll that. In the sheet here, we can actually do that, and it will automatically use your fate points. So you're going to go for the re-roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will automatically remove your fate point and update the roll for you.
Oh.
So you have a 2 currently.
Okay, that's fine. I'll accept it.
All right.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, so you attempt to throw
Oh, wait.
Yes.
So I throw it,
Yes.
and then I immediately try to duck behind this column here.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I missed. I was too nervous.
You threw it basically too quickly at the beast, and unfortunately, because of that, it just soared off in the wrong direction, or maybe it was too slow, and the beast is able to cover its eyes with its wing, and just poof, just flashes off. Nothing happens. You can hear it growl in your general direction. Who's next?
I'm gonna just so you, before that happens. Oops,
Yes.
I didn't mean to do that. Once I'm behind that column, I'm gonna
Mhm.
start moving over to see if I can
Sure.
flank it.
Definitely. All right, so Aldous or Georgiana next. Nara.
Sorry. Where are Georgiana?
They're next to each other.
Aldous?
They're down here.
Oh.
Assume we can see the
I'm gonna
dragon from here,
say-
right?
You can very much see him. Yes.
I'm
Uh,
gonna say Georgiana goes first because she's first in the eye range,
All right,
eye line.
Liam prepares with you, Georgiana. What do you
how, how big is he? I wasn't
Huge.
here.
do? He's what?
I wasn't here.
He's like 30 feet long-ish. 30, 40 feet long.
Okay.
He's approximately as large as the token, so he could basically eat you in one bite if you wanted to.
So when I had that sweet earlier,
Yes.
did I feel my gun react to it?
You
My
felt,
crossbow, I mean.
you felt something stir within you. You're not exactly sure what would happen, but there was an effect. There was definitely an effect.
I'm not saying Gigi's magical, but Gigi's magic.
Did Nara make me anything that I could potentially use to weigh down his wings? Like maybe a sticky honey that's heavy?
Potentially, but you need to get really close to use that. Just because of how large he is and how much honey you need.
Sticky honey, you so
Alright,
yummy.
Can I shoot for his eyeballs then?
Just a regular attack?
Yes.
You can.
Love a money shot.
Remember, you're always welcome to buff yourself or buff allies if you have a way to do so. You can always like psych yourself up and basically roll
Psych
trait advantage
yourself
before,
up.
yeah, before yourself, basically. You're more.
I
welcome-
have to know if those candied walnuts work.
Give me an idea of what they do. I'm not familiar with nuts.
No, I mean, they give you energy. They make you
They
feel
give you
strong. You
energy.
eat them, they feel
They
good, and they're sweet.
Yeah,
And you love sweet.
yeah.
So then can I nom on it to give me extra focus to shoot his eyeball out?
That would mean that you're not attacking.
Let like an eyesight?
Yes, but that means you don't get to attack. It means you buff yourself first. Because if you're trying to get it to mechanically give you better aim, then you have to buff yourself first.
I will do that.
Okay, so basically, psych yourself up. I would say, Jesus, you're just eating food. I have no idea. What do you want to roll? You tell me. Will?
Oh God.
You only need to beat a 1. I'll put it that way.
If I'm psyching myself up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think will.
Okay, good. Roll it. You just need a 1. Cool, you got it. All right, cool. What aspect do you want? You had some nuts. They're delicious. You feel empowered.
Good eyesight.
All right. You know what to say. Eat your nuts. And you get good eyesight. All right. So you have, remember, you have the aspect good eyesight on you. You can invoke it whenever you want. You have one free invoke. So keep in mind how that works. All right. So you quickly devour down 2 nut. And you feel much better. Georgiana. All right, Aldris, as you see your friend get that nut, she's energetic. It was
Get that nut.
It was a more delicious than you were expecting, actually.
Gee, of little faith.
Hey, there's no little faith here. I nommed that thing real
Yeah.
quick.
They taste better when death is on the line. Mr. Birdman, Mr. Birdman, what do you got? Yep. Oh, hell yeah. Food's always better when you know you're gonna die.
I'm gonna get better eyesight of Mr. Dragon Boy, and I'm gonna try to create an advantage. Gonna like make the. He's on the ground, right? He's not trying to fly anywhere.
He's not currently trying to fly, but given the height of these ceilings, he very much could if he wanted to.
I'm gonna try to like make the ground all muddy and swampy and hard to move around in.
Gross.
Yeah, wonderful. Just for
Okay.
him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Alright. Unfortunate, unless you wish to boost that.
Game Master just be rolling high.
Apparently.
I will boost it.
Das Boost! Okay, so we're going to create an advantage, and we are tying. So basically,
The only tank that's on the battlefield right now.
So you can do one of 2 things. You can create a boost, or you can free invoke an existing aspect, which we don't currently have any on him. So we can get basically a free boost, which is a free one-time buff. And you said you wanted to make money ground, basically?
Yeah,
Alright.
harder to move around in.
Yeah, so slippery ground.
Just for him.
Boost, but it only works one time. Then it goes away. Alrighty.
Gotta get behind Liam.
And then you get behind Liam. Alrighty. At the end of that situation there, the creature begins to look around, and you can feel it beginning to charge some form of fire breath. And it's not going to let it out just yet, but in this current area where it is located, the first thing it's going to do is it's actually going to swipe out at Ryder.
Rude.
Very rude. The biggest rude.
Maximum rude. Oh my god.
That is indeed quite rude.
Fuck.
Alright, that's the athletics to dodge.
+5.
Damn it.
Alright, you can use slippery ground and your quick on feet, which will give you a +4 if you wish. That'll tie.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you tie, you actually, funnily enough, grant yourself a boost. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Do you want to just keep quick on your feet, basically?
Fast as fuck, boy.
Okay.
Yeah, quick on my feet.
So yeah, you don't take damage either. Perfect. Yeah, you don't take damage, right? Excellent. Oh wait, do you take damage? No, just grand boost. Okay. Excellent. So the creature goes to strike out at you, but fortunately for you, is unable to do so, and its claws just smash into the ground. You can tell it was slowed a bit by whatever was behind it. But that muddy,
Like, you
sticky
gotta be
ground,
faster than that.
the muddy, sticky ground has effectively gone away. Aldris, who's next?
Ryder, because he's right there.
All right, Ryder, what you got?
Might need to run.
No, I fail him with my sword.
Or don't run.
All right. First and foremost, before you do that, the creature roars, and you can just feel the heat emanating from this beast. Its claws break into the ground, and you see the ground under it begin to crumble. You need to roll me will, an overcome will roll, and you need to beat a 2.
You would pick the thing with 0. Rip.
All right. Unfortunate. What this means is when you go to strike this creature, you'll have a -2 to your roll. You are somewhat shaken. You can still attack, of course.
Can I just shoot him in the face?
Sure, yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Alrighty, you go for the shoot. And
Of course.
unfortunately, he's able to dip, dive, and dodge out of the way. I'll go ahead and give him a boost. I'm not sure what I'll name it, but you release a few of your arrows, and once again, he bats them away with his wings. He just kind of flaps them once and twice, and before you're even able to reach him, as you continue to fire at him, the air that he picks up with his wings just blows the arrows about.
So is that -2 on me all the time, or?
For just this one round.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so it's fun. Basically, the way the mechanic works is that if you're in his area, which Nara currently is and you guys are not, when you go to attack him or interact with him, unless you beat a will save throw of 2, your next action has -2, but only for that one round, and he can't spam it. So next round, you don't have to make it again. It's basically once per time he does that. Okay, and now he's going to actually attack. He breathes in, and he's about to let loose fire. So much fire. Alright, so what's going to happen here is... I need to ask... How many of you are making this roll, let's say? Alrighty. It's going to do this. Okay. That is a 5. Ryder, Georgiana, and Aldris. I'm not going to count Liam.
Sorry, how far does it spread?
He begins to flap his wings after the arrows that Ryder fired at him. And he twirls and twirls and swirls up into the air. He's only flying maybe 10, 20 feet up, but he uses the gusts and the tornado that he's forming with his wings, and he fires all this heat into it, and you can see just molten lava seeping out between his teeth. And the fire strikes the ground just behind Ryder and begins to spread and shoot up and down all the various hallways. And the three of you need to make either an athletics save or a different kind of save. Whatever makes sense.
Pilot.
No, that's not making sense. Aldous obviously can defend with magic, but...
Can I try to defend both of us with magic? I'm assuming that'll require a higher roll. Because like I could put like a shield in front of us, maybe.
I could be wrong. To my knowledge, you can't defend other people without a stun or something.
All right, well, personal shield it is.
Yep. Juliana? Okay. So basically the way this works is fire is going to blast out towards all of you. And what's going to happen is... do you guys want to use any of your free invokes?
You guys quick on my feet?
Okay.
No.
So that'll boost you up to... What did I roll? 5? Okay. So we'll go ahead and use that for you, good sir. That's a free +2. Need it. Oh. I love how these rolls are backwards and they're all at the bottom. It doesn't make any sense. Aldris, how about yourself? You sticking with
I
2?
don't think I have anything.
Okay.
Besides the
Alright.
fate point.
Alright. Perfect. So basically what's going to happen is you guys are going to take damage, except it subtracts 2 from the damage. If it ties anybody, he gains a boost, which I'll just go ahead and I guess add another one to that one. Say it's 2. Alright, so, Ryder, you're able to dodge out of the way, fortunately. Aldris and Georgiana, the two of you are going to take normally 3 minus 2, so each of you just take 1 shift of damage. As fortunately, you're actually able to jump out of the way a bit as you sort of dive around the corner with Liam, Georgiana, and Aldris. You're able to erect a shield of magic just in time. You don't fully protect yourself, but you do not take the full brunt of the attack. Alrighty. Ryder, who's next?
Nara.
Alright, Nara, what you got?
Okay. I want to come around here.
Okay.
And throw something at its back to create a distraction.
Okay. First,
And-
roll me a will save.
Hmm.
Overcome will. Just need to be to 2. Wonderful. All right, you can act fully on this turn. You are not shaken by the creature's roar. You can go ahead. Jesus. You can go ahead and roll your crafts in order to distract this creature. Sorry, I am rolling.
Come on now.
I am unfortunately rolling very, very well. You toss some sticky substance or whatever it is to distract the creature, but he quickly turns and jumps out of the way and completely avoids the attack. Alright, who's next?
Georgiana.
Alright, Georgiana, what you got?
I'm gonna shoot.
Alright.
I'm gonna use my free invoke.
Okay, you're shooting just for damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
I just realized.
Yes.
My in love or heartbroken is for athletics.
Okay. Interesting.
Alright. Shoot at his eyeball.
Alright, this is to do damage him, correct?
Yeah. Blind him,
Okay.
preferably.
Alright, you're going for... well, hold up. Which one are you doing? Those are 2 different actions. You can either do damage or blind. You can't do both.
I want to blind.
Okay, so you want to... Alright, excellent. So you beat him by 2 shifts. So that's create an advantage. Is these just a standard arrow?
Yeah.
Okay, so that does indeed succeed. And that will have 1 free info. He's not necessarily blinded, but he has blurry vision instead. So you strike him between the eyes and he roars out in pain.
Can't Liam take the other eyeball out?
He cannot, unfortunately. Well, hold on. +1 gives you 4? No, yeah, he can. You're right. Okay, so he has 2 free invokes of blurry vision. Liam dips around the corner and he assists you with that one. You actually didn't need to use your free invoke for good eyesight. You can keep that.
Okay.
Because I only rolled a 1, you rolled a 4 technically, so you beat me by 3. That's succeed with style. Basically.
Style.
Yeah, succeed with
Sweet.
style. All right, Aldris, you're up, bud. Nice.
Are you guys still there?
No, we all died.
Yes. Sorry, I had ice cream.
You're good. My power just went out. Oh wait, is the power out? No, it's not out. The lights are on. Okay.
Yeah, the lights are on. I'm checking your stream though. You're streaming, right?
Yes, technically. Yeah, I guess if the room's lights are on, then the power's still on. Because my computer might.
You adorable dolt.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, my computer will stay on because we have a UPC, but that won't stay on. All right, what do you got, Mr. Bird? He has 1 negative debuff and he has 1 positive buff on himself.
I'm gonna run up here.
Okay.
Well, more like here.
Okay.
And then I want to make like a kind of a quick sand trap under him.
Okay. So one's gonna be trying to hold him in place, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll those beans, my friend.
Unfortunate.
All right. Do you wish to use the blurry vision to increase that to a 4?
Sure.
Okay. Where are you? Wait, what? Where are you? Game Master Georgiana. Nani, you're not on this list. That's annoying.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's weird. Lore, you rolled your lore. Oh, that's annoying. Whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so you're at 4, but he's gonna go ahead and use Fast and Tough to boost himself as well. So you have a 4. He's gonna use his. Now I have a 5. Okay, so he still technically beats you there. Unless you want to use something else. You can't use the same blurry vision more than once. There's that flash.
Oh
There's
no.
lightning.
Can me give him moral support?
Moral support would be creating advantage. And basically stacking various debuffs on him. Do you want to do anything to boost yourself further? Use a fate point or anything? Or
Go with another fate point, because why
Okay.
not?
Alright. He cannot stop that. That puts you to a 6. Which debuff would you like to throw at him? You said sand?
It's like a quicksand, giant
Alrighty.
quicksand trap for him.
Okay. So that's a quicksand trap. That has 1 -1 free invoke? That's a weird way to do it. Sure, alright. Separate these ones. Buff ones. Alrighty. The sand begins to swirl around the creature's feet, and it attempts to get out. He is not perfectly trapped by it, of course, and he can move if he wants to. But all the same, for now, he is indeed held in place. At the beginning of the round, he will go ahead and do something. Aldous, let me ask you this question really quick. When you moved, was your intent just to hit him, or are you trying to move away from Georgiana?
Kind of away from Georgiana, but then I wanted to kind of move behind this for a little bit of cover.
Okay, perfect. The creature will actually turn to you, Nara, and it will swipe out at you. Make me an athletics save against 5.
I literally have a 0 athletics.
Well,
I believe in you.
okay. Are we using any invokes?
What's it really gonna do?
Well, so
Not hurt you as much.
as of now, you'll take 4 damage. So that's up to you on how you want to take that.
Don't take 4 damage.
If you use the blurry vision of the sand trap, you can reduce it down by 2. So it'd be 2 damage.
But that would be getting rid of the invokes for everybody else, right?
That would be getting rid of the free invoke. So people can still use fate points to tap them, or you could boost the quicksand trap or the blurry vision. So you could throw something to stack onto the blurry vision, or you can add your own extra invoke. Totally up to you, though. The thing is, you can technically take 4 damage. It's alive. It's not going to kill you. It's going to hurt, but it's up to you.
Feels like we haven't done anything to this guy. I don't want to take the free invokes.
We haven't even hurt him.
You haven't even heard him yet. You're getting
Honestly,
the more of these you stack, the closer you are to whomping him. So that's good. Take one for the team.
Yeah, I'll take one for the team.
All right. The creature goes to swipe out at you, Nara, and smashes into your chest. Unfortunately, you're unable to dodge in time. And not only do you take 4 shifts of damage, go ahead and mark that for me, you're also knocked back against the wall over here. You're not stunned or anything, but the creature effectively throws you across the room. So as a rider, the way 4 shifts of damage works is you can either mark your moderate consequence, do not do that, or you can mark 2 physical stress and 2 mild consequence. I would recommend that.
Alright, I'll do 2 physical stress and a mild consequence.
Would be like a shaken or something. Because mild isn't really so bad. Moderate consequence is only bad, obviously, because taking up that slot early is really fatal.
I'll do stunned.
Yeah, so something light and breezy.
Alright.
So, who went last? Aldous went last. Alright, Aldous, who's next? Stacking the debuffs.
Georgiana.
Alright, Georgiana, what you got?
How close do I gotta be to try my heavy honey?
Your heavy honey, I would say you need to get within Ryder's area. So you need to be in the same area as Ryder, and if you're going to make any attack against him in melee range, you need to also make a will save throw of 2. Ryder's currently immune to it, so he doesn't have to. Since it would be your first time, you have to do it once.
Sure.
Okay? So as you charge in, go ahead and roll will for me to resist the creature's presence. That's not what I wanted to make. Wonderful. All right, you overcome the creature as he roars at you, Georgiana, attempting to scare you. But
I laugh in his face.
you laugh and you're way too cute. All right, well, what are you going for exactly?
Well, if I'm shooting with the crossbow, I guess can I do like a crossbow lob?
Okay. Where are you aiming, and what are you trying to accomplish exactly?
I want his wings.
You want his wings. All right, you're going to try to weigh his wings down. That will definitely be... And you're not trying to damage, you're trying to create an advantage, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so roll me shoot, and if you need it, you have quicksand, blurry vision, and good eyesight. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use his fast and tough. Bring me up to a 4, so you do succeed, but you don't succeed with stop. With Liam, that puts you at 6, but that only beats me by 2. You can use the good eyesight or one of the extra things if you want, but you don't have to. A normal success is still good. That's still 1 free invoke, if you're good with that.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. So, wings weighed down. 1 free invoke. All right. So tell me what this looks like.
It looks like he took a bath in honey.
All right. Honey just bathes the creature's wings as he tries to flap them, but is unable to do so. When he was going to act, but
preferably it's leaking down onto the ground so that his wings are sticking to the shifting sands.
Excellent. Okay.
Sands.
Yeah. So that's just comboing up, and he was going to attack in that round, but now he's not going to. Who's next, Georgiana?
Aldris.
All right, Aldris, what you got, bud?
Oh boy, I think it's about time to do some damage because got a whole bunch of debuffs.
Is it time to do damage?
All right, I'm pulling a Dark Souls.
Okay.
Lightning Spear.
Okay, Lightning Spear. All right, whip it out.
Lightning Spear right to the head.
All right, Lightning Spear right to the head. Ooh, spicy.
Ooh.
All right,
I'm gonna invoke everything.
You're gonna invoke everything. Okay, we're pulling old boys in. See, can I freaking see your roll? I can. Okay, so that is wings weighed down. Brings you to a 7. Quicksand trap. Brings you to a 9. And blurry vision. Alright, that's a lot of stuff right there.
Nice.
That is very spicy. So all of these aren't gone. They can still be invoked. I turn off good eyesight. I'm sorry. It's yours. Okay, let's see. I am actually going to use one of my fate points to try to reduce that damage by just a wee bit. That's not that much, but it's still something.
Wait, still take 6 damage?
That is still 6 shifts of damage. Okay, boy, I am sorry. You're going to get whomped. All right, Mr. Durgan is taking 6 shifts of damage with this giant spear. We'll say he will take... All right, now, so this is for you specifically. I can't spell to save my damn life. All right, so this is for you, good sir. Go and throw that out there. I can't change that. Okay, ignore what this says. Yes, that's long. Okay, so whenever you deal damage to someone and take up one of their slots, you, Aldris, get a free invoke on it. So he has seared scales right now. That is an aspect that is on the creature. That means anyone can use a fate point to basically poke that and say +2 or reroll at any time because that's not going away. You get to do it for once next time your turn rolls around, Aldris, though. That's why it's 1 free invoke and put your name on it. So he took 4 regular shifts, which he ate with his stress bar, and then he's taking a mild consequence of 2, which is seared scales by you, my friend. The creature roars out as he attempts to fly out of the way, but is unable to do so. And once again, because he took so much damage this round, I'll say he won't go. And instead, either Ryder or Nara will. Who's up next?
Ryder.
Ryder. All right, Bob, what you got?
I hit him with my sword.
Just charge in with sword?
Yes.
All right, you charge in with sword. Swing it up, my guy.
Fuck!
Alrighty. Unfortunately, the creature is able to dodge. Does he have any buffs on himself currently? He does not. Alright. Still quick, though. It's just a boost, so it only works one time. I'll go ahead and give it to him. Oop, oop. Alright, so he dodges with the skill of a Durgan. And he begins to fly.
I can't use a fate point to reroll that.
If you want to use a fate point to reroll it, you can. You only got a -2, and he got a 4. You may use one of your fate points to reroll if you wish. Do you want to?
Oh yeah, because I'm not hitting this thing and I feel useless.
Okay. Keep in mind, just spamming attack is not what you really want to do. You want to try to get debuffs on him and then attack. Basically what Aldris did. So building up on these, whether you like debuff him or move him around or something, can definitely help. But if you want to use one of your fate points to reroll, you're more than welcome to do so, and you can do it real quick for you. So that changes your 1 to a 4. All right. So actually, since you're the one attacking, instead the opposite will happen. I do not get a buff. You get a buff. Alright, so this is a one-time free invoke that you can use, good sir. So you're quick on your feet again as you quickly strike out at the beast. You deal no damage to it, but you come out on top in this engagement. The creature will, again... first he will do this. Where is the... There it is. Alright. Okay, he's going to attempt to overcome some of these debuffs. They currently have 0 free invokes. But he's going to try to basically beat out the quicksand trap and the blurred vision.
Oh.
right. So with that, quicksand trap is gone, and he will clear his blurry vision. And on top of that, he is actually going to move. He flies past you, Georgiana. Alright, less flies past you, more scuttles past you as you dive out of the way. As his wings are currently way down, he cannot fly. And he turns and he is ready for you.
Oh, great.
Alright, Nara, what you got?
I'm gonna... Dang. Guess I'm gonna shakily make my way over here.
Okay.
And, oh, I mean, I can't really hit him from here.
Keep in mind that they're just zones, so if you move into the zone that Georgiana's technically in, well, you can move into the zone that Georgiana was in. So just for your reference, if you're there or if you're here, that's the same area, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so this whole area is one area where you currently are. He is in this middle area, effectively. I'm just putting him here because it's cute.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can definitely reach him if you want.
So I'm gonna try throwing a trap at him.
Okay, what's this trap going to do?
I think it'll...
If you want, you can add more to his wings being weighed down, which will make it harder for him to remove it.
Yeah,
or you
that's
can
what I
add a
was
new one as well,
thinking.
because that one currently has 0 free invokes. Georgiana can try to add more to it, or if you want, you can add a completely different one. Remember, you can't. You can't invoke the same one more than once. You have to invoke different ones.
Did they have? Is it both wings or just one wing?
Both wings. She rolled very, very well.
Okay.
He can shake it off though, as one of his actual abilities.
I'm going to. Now, what are those things that have like balls on the end?
The bolus, the 2 balls with the string between it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying to like throw it at his wings, his face, his arms. What are you going for?
Face.
Feces, right?
Going for his
What are
face.
they?
Oh, for
Yeah.
his jaw?
Yeah, sure, go for it. Yeah, go for it. That will shoot because you are throwing something.
Damn, my worst one.
Oh, give it to me.
Give it to you?
You could craft it and give it to her. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that, actually. Yours shoots way better than mine.
Roll me craft instead, and the difficulty is just 1. Alright, so not succeed with style, but a regular success. We'll say this new aspect is a simple bolas. It's only going to have 1 invoke until it obviously is no longer used. But you give that to Georgiana as you quickly throw those together and hand them to her.
Alright. Since I'm handing it to her, I'll let her go next.
Alright, that makes sense. Alright, Georgiana, what you got?
Good question. Is there anything potentially water-based in my lollipops that Nara made?
Water-based? I mean, they all have water in them, yeah. So, tell me what you're trying to do.
I wanted to maybe stiffen him up by cooling him down.
I will say without magic, you cannot currently do that.
Okay.
He is very hot. It would require a lot of water. Aldrich could possibly do it.
Well, I guess idea to Aldrich. I will throw the bolas.
All right, throw the bolas. You do need to move into Nara's zone to do so, but you can definitely do that. All right, you grunt your way on over.
This is a shot put.
Of course, the boy follows.
Hey.
Is that shoot? That is rolled shoot. Okay. He will attempt to dodge. This is an attack, correct? You're not doing anything weird? Right? Are you attacking him, or are you trying to create an advantage? Because if you create an advantage, you can use one of these things to... So realistically, you can either do a decent amount of damage, or you can create a good debuff on him. Your choice.
Well, the higher I hit, the more damage he takes, right?
Correct. So the way damage works in this game is the higher you surpass that number, he just raw takes that much damage.
Can I use my good eyesight to nail him good?
You definitely can use your good eyesight to nail him good, as you would. Let's jump on to that, and... What's your roll now? Man, it's weird this isn't updating with all the rolls. Frustrating, but that puts you at a 7. Alright, that no longer has any free invokes. We'll say Mr. Boy helps you, which brings you to an 8.
Spicy.
Yeah, so that's what, 5 damage? Ow, that's gonna hurt my boy.
I think that was the point.
I think that was
Yeah,
the point, yeah.
That was
alright.
the point.
Okay, did you use the bolus or did you use an attack? You didn't need to use the bolus, by the way. You still have them.
Yeah, I'll make that an attack.
So sorry, what? Repeat?
I'll make that an attack.
You're throwing the bolus?
I said no.
Oh, okay.
Pew-pewing.
Pew-pewing, okay. That is indeed 5 damage. I'm going to mark... Wait. Hold on. Right? 5? No, it's more than that. No, it's 5. Yeah, okay. Alright, oh no. Okay, well, I'm running out of shit to mark. So I'm going to go ahead and mark a moderate consequence. Where did you shoot him? Paint me a story.
Right in between his eyeballs.
Okay. So he's partially blinded then. Alright, when this rolls back to you, you can invoke this for free. But it is still true. He is partially blinded. As one of your arrows actually sinks directly under his eye socket.
GG is GIGI.
Well, GG shorter.
What else would
Also-
it be?
Also, just the letter GG because you just good gamed him.
Okay, that's fair.
Because you just stuck him in the eye. Alright. And as his response, as he builds up flame and builds up flame, Georgiana and Nara ask you both to make another athletics save.
Oh my
Oh my.
god.
Do I get this?
Do you get what?
Because I'm in love. It's if I'm reckless, though.
So that is only if you eat up one of your mild consequences.
If
I believe.
if I eat up?
Yeah, basically you have to purposely damage yourself. Let me say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the balance of one of these was you.
So basically, if I'm jumping in the way.
Yeah, so basically, we your mild consequence is going to be heartbroken, which you're basically damaging yourself, quote unquote, damaging yourself. Give yourself plus the athletics to your need. Yeah, so if you want, I can give you mild consequence heartbroken, but you're not heartbroken. So in love would be the debuff. Do you want it? Because you are in love. It gives you less health basically, which is bad, but at the same time, +2 is good. So.
No, I'll save it.
Okay.
Unless Liam is currently in danger. Is he in danger?
Liam's way too cool to be in danger, and also an NPC, so he rolls out of the way, but he definitely does take some damage, but he attempts to dodge. I will say for you, Georgiana, specifically, he's going to attempt to help you since he's in the same area as you, so it's going to change your roll to a 2. What's going to happen in terms of damage, though, is you're going to take damage equal to shifts -2. So, Nara, you would have normally taken 6, but that's -2, so you take 4 shifts of damage, Nara. And that's unfortunate. And Georgiana, you're going to take the same -1, so 3 shifts of damage. Oh, that's perfect. You have 3
Can I
shifts.
do 3 physical stress and 1 mental stress?
You cannot, unfortunately. This is pure physical damage. Now, if you want to use your mental stress bar in place of your physical stress bar, then you can actually use a stunt for that. Which you currently have an open stunt. Do you want that as a stunt?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll figure out the phrasing on it later. But basically, like effectively, pain is only in the mind, or reversed version of that. But yeah, go ahead and mark 1 mental stress and then your 3 physical stress. I still don't think that's how it works, but that's a whole ass stunt that you're using on that, so that's fair.
Yeah, I'll think about a name for it.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, that was the lad's turn. Who's next, Georgiana?
Ryder.
Ryder. You're up, dog. What you got?
I rush in.
Okay, he is 1 zone away from you. I mean, you can't
Like
melee,
in
but you
the
can
same zone?
range.
In the
So
same
it-
zone?
No, he is currently 1 zone away from you, meaning you can range attack him, but you cannot melee him.
So I'm ignoring this rock.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. We're looking at these effectively just saying there's zones. So turn the rocks on down.
Okay. So I rush in because I'm mad at I keep on missing him.
That's fair.
And I'm gonna load one of the arrows that Nara gave me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. Roll me
In
some
the fight.
shoot. Roll me some shoot. Is this for damage, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Do you wish to use any of your boosts?
Quick on my feet.
Quick on your feet. Alright, let's use that, which brings you up to a 6. That is 5 whole ass damage. Oops. Oh, God. There, for a second. Freaking me out, game. Don't do that. Alright, what did I roll? Pretty not great. Let's see. Do I use my fate points for that? Yeah, we'll use one. Alright, the dragon hunkers down and attempts to avoid some of the damage. If you want, Ryder, you can use one of your fate points to basically aim at the partially blinded or seared scales, which add +2 to your roll if you want.
Wait, what?
You can use one of your fate points to invoke either one of your aspects or one
Can
of
I
the aspects
just
on the enemy.
use my fate point to give me +2?
Because you're the best shot.
Yes.
Yeah, you can do that.
Exactly.
Alright, that puts you at 8, and him at 3, which is 5 more shifts of damage. Well, tough shit, bud. I can avoid that. 5 more shifts of damage. Unfortunately, that's going to be a severe consequence. Tell me, so he's not dead, but tell me what you're doing here.
So I rush past, and I kind of quick on my feet, so I kind of bolt past Nara and Gigi, and I'm like, watch out, guys, and I slide on my knees like a badass. I'm like, and I'm loading it as I'm sliding, and then I'm like, eat this, bub, and I shoot it, and it flies in the air, and he's just like, huh? And then right in the face, explosion.
Okay. Keep in mind, this is a severe consequence. So not only is it an explosion, but you actually see some of the scales on his face tear away, and you crack.
Severe, my bad.
It is severe. One of his teeth actually cracks, and when the
wait, no, I don't want to shoot him in the face then.
Oh no, wait, well, I can add a little more to that because there's just an arrow. When the smoke clears, one of his eyes is missing.
No, but I wanted to take his head.
No,
I don't want
what?
to damage
You can't
his head.
do that.
No, I mean I want to take his head as in later. I don't want to damage it.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I want to damage something else.
You can't take his head off from a severe.
No.
Okay. I'm like, what? Yes. Okay.
I
continue.
shoot
just
and
kill
hit
it.
him in the shoulder, and I want to pretty much destroy his wing.
Sure. So we'll say, left wing ruined.
So, it blows up and maybe breaks his arm and destroys his wing in the process.
Yeah, so he's basically limping now, effectively. The boy is very much in pain. Oh, damn. There we go. All right.
I'm gonna look back at the group and I'm like, I don't think he liked that much.
I don't think so either.
He very much did not like that at all. And in response to receiving another consequence, heat is going to just emanate from this creature as he just kind of... And he will barrel towards all 3 of you while shooting fire in all directions.
No!
For everyone in this area, which is the 3 of you, I'm going to ask for another athletics.
Yeah, it's pretty neat that I'm over here.
That is very convenient.
I like it over here.
Yes, you are in a very convenient location.
Can I tell that Nara's hurting, or is she not hurting?
I mean, she's less hurting. She's more not great at athletics and dodging shit. Why?
Can I use that in love, because I do love her, to push her out of the way to negate some of her damage?
Okay, we did discuss this before. I'm not going to say no. What I'm going to say instead is let's write up a stunt for that. And those that you're close to, those that you love, we'll figure out mechanically what this does. But yes, we'll say you can absorb some of her damage.
I do think I need to change the in love heartbroken, because I can't make it work.
You can add one more. Will you add one more?
Oh, a fourth
Yeah,
one?
you can have a 4th one, yeah, because you guys have progressed that far. But go ahead and roll me athletics, though.
Wow.
Okay, that's pretty spicy. That's a good thing. Okay, so this creature, he's flying through. This damage is going to be equal to all of you. Okay, that's obviously a lot. But there's various things we can do with all this. So that's 7. Let's see. How do we want to dish this out? So if you want Nara, you can use one of your fate points, basically to poke at one of his current debuffs, and give yourself a +2. You can't use one of the free invokes because you didn't cause one of them, but all the same, it is still true. So you can say, because he's partially blinded, you basically get +2 to your roll. It does cost one of your fate points, though.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Do I just remove one of my fate points?
It actually does for you, like that. If you want, you can do it twice, or you can just do it once. It's up to you. It'll be your last fate point, but
it would be my last fate point.
it's also 7
But I
damage.
also don't want to die.
Yeah, it is 7 damage, which is literally going to be your severe consequence and 1 physical stress.
So I'll go ahead and use my last fate point.
Okay. So that puts you to a 2. Ryder, do you want to use your last fate point to do the same?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. Oh, sorry. Do you want to use the ruined left wing to invoke for free?
Yes.
Alright. So that adds some juice to you. So once again, this is always true. You guys can always invoke it. But he gets the free one because he's the one that did it. Alright. So this big son of a bitch charges in. And with this layout, Georgiana, take 3 ticks of stress. Nara, it's not as bad, but still pretty rough. Take 5.
Consequence.
So 5 would have to be...
It's not bad, just take 5.
And 1 physical
Just
stress.
die.
1 physical stress and a moderate consequence, yeah. And then Ryder, take 3.
Can I have... What constitutes a mild consequence?
A mild consequence
like a
would...
broken arm or something?
Is severe as
Moderate,
broken arm?
isn't it?
Let me double check.
Alright,
Moderate
moderate.
consequence is a first degree burn, exhausted, drunk, terrified, deep cut. I will say, yeah, basically you have a large gash on your arm. It tore open your armor while it charged by, and not only is your arm like cut open and bleeding, but it almost actually seared the wound closed. This thing is so hot.
Oh.
And it's currently in the same area as you guys, and this was a
Y'all.
reaction as to giving it its final, so he can't do this again. This wasn't just a regular action, this was a reaction, effectively, as to giving him his final debuff, effectively. All of his bars are ticked. He is about to go down. He's not feeling very good. So, who went last? Ryder? Okay, yeah, so is Aldris or Nara next, Ryder?
Oh wait, what's a mild consequence in this case?
Right-click and it tells you.
Oh.
Yeah, it gives you some examples there.
Aldris.
Aldris, alright, bud.
Oh, boy.
Can I wait, sorry. I'll see what Aldris.
Alright. Aldris, you heard some shit go down next door. It sounded
That's
really
pretty neat.
bad. He just barreled in.
Aldris, so
The whole cave shook.
Aldris, you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying it'd be really dope if you like powered my sword and then I chop his head off. But you can do whatever you want. Just saying.
Maybe I want the kill this time. Maybe I want to be the one that does the thing for once.
I want to be the guy.
Can I, like, go around and still see him?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to, like, be able to see him.
Yeah, so,
So I can do stuff.
this right here is one area. This whole spot right here is also an area.
I know what Aldris is doing. Look where he is. Look where he's positioned. Behind him. I bet he has a pole.
Oh, no.
He's got the pole ready.
No, I would enjoy that.
The lightning stick. Ooh.
He does have the yeah. All right, good sir. The creature doesn't even know you're there. Mika's ready to assist. He's right next to you. You can feel the magical energies charging within him.
The thing I was going to do is kind of close to a pole.
Okay. What are you going for?
So, I mean, I was going to try to, like, impale him with giant, like, rock spears coming out of the ground.
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess one can go towards the butt.
I don't see why not.
Because, you know,
Why
that's how
not?
this goes.
Of course, of course.
Away!
Alright, wonderful. Alright, he is in his final stage. Oh,
And I'll-
that was not enough. Alright, do you wish to invoke your free
Do it,
Damage.
do it,
Yes.
do it.
All right, seared scales. That is being used for treatment.
And I'll use a fate point for the wings weighed down.
Juicy, juicy. Okay, so
That'll be +4, so 10.
that brings you up to a 10. As compared to my 3, I'll use one of my fate points, which brings you a 5. That is still 5 shifts of damage, and I think that was my last fate point for this boy. I believe it was... Oh, I closed it, some doofus. And it's huge now. Okay. So you're shooting effectively what just massive like rock spears at him.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Like, no, they like come up from under him.
All right.
And he just gets impaled a whole bunch. And one specifically goes up the butt.
Okay. Well, good sir, he does not have enough stress to take this. So take it away. What happens?
Oh boy. Everyone starts to see the ground under him swirl, and they make like little mini tornadoes. And as they rise up, they kind of harden together into spears, and they just extend through him, and he just gets impaled.
Oh my god. So right after he charges you guys, you think he's gonna strike one more time, but before he's able to, Aldous pulls off this just miraculous display of magic and does exactly what he just said. And you see this creature just like he's just like impaled and just torn to pieces. Maybe his butthole gets poked by one of them, and he just screams out. You're not sure if there's any language in there, but you just hear pain as the creature just scratching at the walls, and you all dive backwards. Liam actually pulls you by your shirt. Georgiana just kind of gets you back, and Ryder, you dodge out of the way. Nara, you're easily able to move as the creature just screams in pain and screams out in pain, and blood begins to settle as it twitches and falls. Ugh. Twitches one more time, and you see lava begin to sort of ooze out of its mouth, and its head looks completely fine. You believe the creature is dead.
Turn around and kiss Liam.
I'm totally gonna walk up to the dragon and cut its head off.
All right. You begin to work on its neck, Ryder. Liam gives you a kiss back, Georgiana, and as the creature finishes its death flails, he sort of moves from in front of you and then takes a few steps forward and kind of watches Ryder get to work. And Meek seems very excited. He kind of goes, he looks at the beast, and Aldous, as you get closer to it, you feel something strange. Ryder's cutting into it, and as you do, this is a juicy boy, by the way, Ryder. It's not hard, but it's difficult. You have to pause every few seconds.
Said not melting his sword.
Precisely. Fortunately, you have a magical sword for whatever reason, and it definitely should be probably melting your sword. But it almost feels like this creature is full of lava, like an egg. Weirdly enough, like you're cutting it like a cream-filled egg, except lava instead, and it's just pouring out of this thing's mouth. And as you cut the neck, more is just pouring out of the stump, and it twitches a few more times, and you know it's dead. Its head's basically off. But Meek is still sort of looking at it, and as you gaze upon this creature, Aldous, you sense a magical energy leaving it, and you don't have the head all the way off, right? You're still working on it. Aldous, whatever effect is not overcoming you necessarily, but emanating from this thing is also coming from somewhere else. You can almost see it. You look past Ryder as he's cutting at this thing's neck, just cutting. And just beyond, through the cracks up ahead, you feel compelled to move over there. You feel as if there's something there calling you.
Well, like all the way up here?
Yeah, all the way to the north.
In the pit?
Effectively, yeah.
I guess I'll head up there.
Almost before you start moving, so you and me can start moving at the exact same time. Like, the second your talon moves forward, its paw moves forward. In unison, perfect unison. And the two of you move in and move in and move in and move in. Georgiana and Nar, what are you doing? Well,
Am I still working on the head?
Yeah, it's gonna take you a bit. He hit that boy.
I'm assuming Aldous is kind of like tunnel visioned?
In a sense, yeah. Did you say anything, Aldous? You still have control of your faculties. Okay. So if it to you look like that, he's kind of walked off.
That has me curious.
As you turn the corner to go look, you don't see Aldous. He's gone. In fact, you don't really even see the pit. It looks smaller than it was. It looks like he was probably in there. Did you go to look at the pit? It's still there. It just looks smaller.
Aldris?
As you call out, your voice echoes throughout the hall.
Aldris!
You get closer to the pit, and you can see it's literally just a pit, Georgiana. It goes down maybe 50 or so feet, and it looks like the creature was just resting down there. But it has a very definite bottom. And you look around, you don't see any shadows or anything. It just
no eggs or anything?
No eggs or anything, no. Just a straight up hole down there. You see, like, maybe some armor and such. Some bones, but they're old. And you look around, and you do see there is some ore embedded in the wall.
Aldris!
As you continue to call his name out, Nara, what are you doing?
Trying to bandage up my large gash.
Okay, that sounds fair. As a reminder, you preferably my bit now. You preferably want other people to heal you. If you try to heal yourself, it takes basically whatever that tier is, 4 plus 2. So if you're trying to heal a moderate consequence, for you it'd be a plus 6. Now you could roll crafts and theoretically get it, but if you don't, nothing happens basically. Also, at the end of combat, all of your lingering injuries, which I will clear now. So all those go poof. All the physical and mental stress is gone.
I mean, Aldris and Gigi are away, right?
Away.
You hear Georgiana looking for. Are you clicking on the 1 stress, Aldris? Are you clicking the second I click it?
No, it's just broken.
Is it broken?
Yep.
Okay, I would say
it would have been really funny. You should have just lied.
Yeah, but say you have really good timing if that's you. Holy shit. Okay. Stop it.
I'm like, Georgiana.
I tried like 3 times
Help
and it kept
me
coming back,
out.
so I stopped.
Okay, sorry.
How do I get healing from other people? I forget.
They have to roll something that's equivalent.
I hear a call. I'll run back.
Whatever that thing may be. So to heal a large gash, Georgiana, do you have a skill that would suffice for that? Obviously,
oh God!
Shoot, pilot, rapport, networking, investigation. A lot of these things.
You mean shoot, but it's like a vaccination.
Yeah, she would definitely need a skill to assist with that.
I'm
not sure.
Sounds like magic could help, but you know.
Like
can I use notice or investigate?
Oh my God, I don't know how. You can use investigate. You give yourself a buff. I'll say that.
I can what?
Use investigate to see how to heal this way. So do that. Actually, no. Roll investigate, sure. Okay. Whatever your next roll is, will have +2. Whatever you choose to roll, and all you need to do is beat a 4.
So.
But it has to be something that actually makes sense to heal her.
Crafts.
Yeah.
I never.
Nice.
She makes
I'm
it
so proud of you.
So it's a 0.
She wraps the Band-Aid around it, and she's like, "This is perfect, isn't it?" And then the Band-Aid just falls off.
Instantly falls off. Yeah.
Like, I tried really hard, but guess that one didn't work out.
Liam pats you on the shoulder.
I try again.
It is a good try. We cut over to Aldris. And Aldris, this pit, when you walked up to it, it wasn't really much of a pit. It was actually a staircase that led down. It initially looked like a pit, but after you sort of kicked the bones and such out of the way, you realized they were concealing a staircase. And to you, the pit didn't really change. Now, you didn't see the pit to begin with. You didn't see the creature crawl out of this hole. But I can tell you this does not look the same as what Gigi just saw. And you begin to descend steps. You go down, down, down. As you begin to look around, you notice that your surroundings are smooth. Smooth and metallic. And you continue downward. You see a light at the end of these steps. They turn at a 90-degree angle to the right. And down these stairs, at the end you see a room. There's a figure in this room. This figure is nearly 15 feet tall. It looms over whatever it's looking at. He's a very big boy. He has pallid gray skin. His arms are long. It's difficult to tell from this angle, but he turns a bit, not necessarily hearing you, but looking at something. And you can actually tell if he were to completely extend one arm, it might be as long as you head to toe. On his body, his arms don't even look like they belong. They are quite long. Maybe to the point where it's difficult to tell, because his bottom half isn't really legs, it's just sort of where legs would be and just sort of stops. His hands would meet the floor were he not floating. And as you hit the bottom of the steps, the creature does turn to you, and you see that it was looking into a pool of endless color. And around this creature, you see floating orbs. And instantly, the first thing you notice is this creature has no face. It looks very similar to a gray, a very common alien. But it has no eyes, no nose, and no mouth. It is all entirely smooth. Its head is long and shaped to move outward. And it sort of looks to you, and you notice now, as the light from the pool glows, a light from your chest also glows, and also from Meek. You continue moving closer. I'm not sure if it's curiosity, or you have to, you need to, it's something. The figure looks back to the water, and then slowly looks back to you, Aldris. Now that you're closer, you notice the floating orbs around it are not orbs, they're eyes. About 10, 15 eyes float around this creature. And it sort of straightens its back. And looking towards you, you can feel its voice emanate outwards, and it's voices and voices and voices. The creature looks to you. And I don't know if you hear it laugh or just make sort of a noise. Maybe it's adjusting itself. Eventually you do hear words. And it says, Aldris, it took you long enough. What kept you?
I don't know. Was I supposed to be here for something?
Of course. He looks down to Meek. He says, I see you brought CU-78E with you. Wonderful.
What?
His name is Meek!
Angry.
Meek
Valid.
sort of kind of, its ears flatten and it moves behind one of your legs. It's looking towards this entity in front of you. It doesn't move towards you, but it looks at the two of you and says, I did not think you would find me so soon. You came here on your own?
He just said what took so long. What?
I mean, currently I'm alone, but not completely. I have friends here.
Friends. Not alone. Not? And it's sort of like thinking to itself as the eyes look to it and look around, and they kind of like roll backwards, and the creature shudders for a moment and looks back to the water. You're not really sure where this thing's head is entirely, as it sort of pauses for a moment. Its whole body just freezes up, and then it continues to move. Its movement's jerky, and it runs its overly long fingers through the water, and then it kind of hums to itself, and then turns back to you. It says, Oh, Aldris. And then its left hand extends to you, and it kind of says, Come, as it beckons you with one of its long fingers. He sees that you do not move. And says, Why do you wait?
Am I supposed to like know you? I don't know what's going on here.
Of course you should know me. You should know us. Did you not bring... And he points to the creature on the floor. That here intentionally. It could not have been an accident.
I mean, he's our pet now. We just kind of took him with.
Pets.
Do you know what he is? I don't know much about him.
Of course we know what he is. We created him. You and your people helped. Do you not remember?
No.
Shame. All the same, you brought him back to us. And you brought yourself as well. You said there were others here.
Yes.
He sort of nods slowly and then begins to float towards you.
Is that a problem?
I don't know. Is it?
Hubby being real creepy.
I mean, I don't think it should be a problem.
He sort of motions to Meek. And he wasn't very hairy before. He was very smooth. But something, his skin is basically standing up on edge. And it kind of winces and goes, and it pulls its hand back and kind of flexes its fingers. Not yet ready. Did you do anything to it?
No.
It continues staring at you, the eyes floating around its body. And then it turns again and motions for you to come look at the water. As it moves back to it and begins to focus its energies on it.
Guess I'll go look at the water this time.
As you move closer, you see the town. And as it moves its hands through the water, you see people moving, things moving. But now, Aldris, you can see through this illusion. You see not code, but you see strings. You see things pulling at these people? You're not sure. You don't know if this is, as you guys mentioned before, a simulation, or if these people exist and he's controlling them, or something you're not entirely sure. It's difficult to comprehend. You're looking into this. You've never, whatever you're seeing now, you've not seen before. But these rainbow strings connect the people to the floor, and they move, almost as if the strings are ushering them along. And some of these strings are emitting from the creature in front of you. As the entity moves its hand about, you can almost hear them play like a harp. And then it pauses for a moment and sort of spreads the water. And then beyond that, you just see energy. Just a vast ball of energy. And it looks into it and says, well, I don't believe this time it worked quite as well. Whenever you're ready, Aldris, and CU-78E is prepared, please return to us. Yes.
Well, what are you gonna do? As you can tell, I don't really remember what you're trying to do or what I'm supposed to do. What's actually going on?
You really don't remember?
No.
We created you. It pulls its hands out of the water and the strings sort of snap and it waves at you. And you can feel it affect your core, the magic within you. Whatever causes you to be you, Aldris. It is very uncomfortable. It's almost as if this being can see into you and see past you, or whatever this you are, and understands you in a way that doesn't make you feel good. It's almost like he just sees not even a piece of meat less than that, but more at the same time. It's strange. This wild sensation is unlike anything you felt before. And while you're looking about, you can see that Meek is reacting in the same way. Its tail is kind of between its legs. He's sort of buckling at the knees, and then he stops and looks at the two of you and says, I don't know if you are ready. seek us out when you can, Aldous. When you're ready to understand. When you're ready to meet your creators. That little creature, what did you call it?
Meek.
Good. Good. Meek. Easier to say. Your pet. This little creature. When it's done, seek us out, and we shall continue our experiment, yes?
Okay.
Good. But for now, we'll chalk this one up to a failure. You may go on whatever vessel you arrived on, Aldous. We're done with you for now. He turns back to the water and begins to just splash at it. And you can feel rumbling all around you. And you know something horribly wrong is happening. And currently the creature's paying you no mind. Meek is looking around. You just feel rumbling. There's no like stone coming down. You're looking around you, and you're noticing it looks almost like you're in a ship. You see some buttons on the walls and some consoles and such, but this isn't technology you personally recognize. What do you do?
I'm gonna fly out back to everyone else.
Okay. As you begin to
I hate it here.
Okay, as you begin to quickly fly outward, the shaking and shuddering it gets much, much, much louder, and you finally meet up with everybody. And Ryder, you've gotten the head. It is completely off, but it feels as if this entire cave is beginning to come down, and all of you just feel and hear just rumbling. It's almost difficult just to stand. It's shaking so much. What do you all do? I
think we should.
Grab
Think
my
we
head
should
and
get
run
out of here.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
You all begin to rush towards the entrance of this cave, and as you do, the shaking only gets worse and worse. And up ahead, the quaint little town, which name you unfortunately never got. Fortunately, that does not matter, as you see the town begin to collapse into itself and cave in.
I shout to Captain, what did we come here for?
Bullets.
Or mats for bullets?
Something for bullets, but the cave is rumbling and
Are there any loose pieces of rock?
We can say during that time, Georgiana, you did see all the ore. You did collect some of it. During the time that Aldous was, yeah. And I would have said, sorry, you and Nara definitely would have been collecting that. Only because you guys.
You mean while Aldous was doing his thing?
While he was doing the thing and while you were cutting that off, yeah.
Yeah, Aldous has always been kind of weird. I just do whatever I usually do.
That's not very nice.
Listen,
I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm weird too.
I found Aldous when he was a small bird man. That was a grown bird man, and he was alone, and I had to rescue him. So he's not that weird, okay? He's special in his own way.
Is that true? Is this story true?
Is anything true?
My existence is a lie.
I'm sensing a lie.
It's not a lie. I saved Aldous. Did I not, Aldous? Did I not save you?
Okay, well, that's not the same as raising him from, like, an egg.
I didn't raise him from an egg. I just found him when he was a small bird man. And now he's a grown bird man.
Technically, it was a bit different how you guys found him, but it's similar to that, yes.
Like, he was already hatched.
Yes. As you guys are discussing this, you're seeing this world around you just collapse. The Kabuto is just kind of like just bumbling towards you guys, and
like coming to get us.
It's coming to get you guys. But as you see that, it's getting like bigger, and you see some of its hide, its shell is like cracking, and then it's like opening and like getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And
is the dragon's head still a dragon's head in my hand?
It's still a dragon's head in your hand, yeah, definitely.
Cool.
As you guys run forward, it's like little pincers, like, and then just like kind of cracks open. And its mouth, or whatever have you, completely just distends, and you see your guys' usual, like, loading, the loading bridge that like unrolls from its mouth. And inside its maw, you see mostly flesh, but that might just be an illusion. You're not 100% sure. It's odd. But you do know that this is the ship. It's like turning back into what it was. You guys begin to rush closer and closer and closer and closer to the Kabuto. As you guys see everything coming down around you, what do you all do?
But like, Kabuto, faster!
Right? It's attempting to like run towards you. And it's kind of bumbling over itself. You see, its like arms and legs are like folding and cracking back into itself as it's turning back the landing gears, and its wings like, and then the wings kind of, and then stop. But then you hear like a thruster go, and the thrusting and the wings almost like combine and make the same sound as the Kabuto gets closer and closer. You guys turn as you hear the mountain collapsing into itself. You see all the stone break away. And if you zoom the map all the way out, you'll see that this map has a very particular shape. And you'll notice this exact shape rise itself up out of the ground.
It's like a spider.
It does look like a spider, but if you look at this end here, the section that you guys came in, the rounded edge,
We came in the butt entrance.
you came in the butt. Okay, well, that's...
No.
Okay.
I refuse.
Reversing that, looking at this side here, as the helm of a ship, you see just that. A massive metal ship. And these things here being its wings, and then the face, the maw, everything backside. This ship rises upwards, and you see all the ground around you just begin to fall into nothing. It's not as if you guys are on a planet. It's almost as if this illusion is just given up. It's falling into just void.
So we were on a ship?
The mountain was basically a ship. Yes, the cave was basically a ship. And the ship sort of almost like folds into itself as light just begins to bend around it, and just like that, it's like it's just gone. You don't even see which direction it goes in. You can't even you can like make a guess where it was facing, but it's that's also difficult to tell.
So wait, what happened to the land outside the ship?
The land outside the ship is falling into literal void, into black nothingness. You don't see stars. You see strange strings trying to hold things together. You see like uncreation almost. It's almost like just the stone, the trees, they're like glitching out of existence. If you stare at any one thing for too long, it blurs and just turns to nothing. Like sand. Everything around you begins to do that. It just flakes away into nothing. The town
Keep on running and be like, I don't like this!
just falls into itself. You guys are able to jump into the Kabuto in time. And it's a little fleshy, maybe for like 2 seconds, but then the Kabuto ends up flipping itself back into the actual Kabuto, the ship itself. And it's very bumpy because the Kabuto is trying to regain its old
Aldous is
size.
back with us, right?
Aldous is with you guys, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna yell at him, what did you do?
We could talk about it later.
Kabuto,
Oh my god, you did do something!
Kabuto, are you fully booted up?
Yes, Ryder.
Alright, well, get us out of here wherever we are.
Proceeding to get us out of here.
And the entire Kabuto begins to just kind of shake, rattle, and roll, and you're not really sure where it's going. You see out the windows, but see nothing. You see light, and that's basically it. Nothing makes any sense. You guys, that strange, just churning sensation that washed over all of you when you guys entered this realm hits you all again, but worse this time, almost as if there's some force here trying to compel you to stay and not leave. But you're able to push past that. And whatever happens, the Kabuto pushes through, flips, and suddenly, blackness, nothing, no light. All the light in the Kabuto is almost being like sucked away. The lights were on for a moment, it was working. You guys see nothing. And then maybe a second or two after that, before you can panic or think about anything, boom, everything's just back on. All the lights are on, and you guys are just floating in space. You can see out the windows, you see the stars, you see a planet nearby,
Man, that was weird.
and you're all just floating back in the ship.
Do I still have the dragon head in my hand?
Strange enough, yes.
Yeah! Nara!
That's all he cares about.
What?
To the medic bay!
Okay.
No questions asked!
Yeah, I go.
Okay.
I need to be healed so that I can work.
We will
Kabuto,
say...
I'm gonna roll for a healing thing, but I'm using the Kabuto to heal her.
Yes, I would say, because you guys are in the Kabuto, and we've had, ample, proper downtime. Which one do you want to heal?
Mild
click
consequence.
it.
Moderate. Moderate consequence.
I'll let everyone try to heal something once. So, Ryder, which one are you going for?
What are we
You'll
using
get
to heal?
The Kabuto will give you a +2. And then you can choose which stat logically makes sense. Crafts, or will, or I'm trying to think like computer, anything along those lines.
I'll
Will
just
my
use
bruises
craft.
away.
Sure, yeah, that works. And then we'll add +2. You just need to get 2. That's it.
I'm gonna do. Wait, what were you doing, GG?
I'm willing my bruises away.
You're willing your bruises away.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna try to do the moderate
But you'd
concussion.
have, okay.
Or the
so-
moderate gash, I mean.
Alright, well, they're still bruises, but they're currently healing. So with the aid of the Kabuto, you get a +2 to that. Georgiana, so you technically rolled 4, and you've got that one, so it's currently healing. Once again, with the aid of the Kabuto, you're able to heal her stunned. Stunned is just recovering.
No, I was trying to go for her moderate.
Oh, you're going for moderate. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's a 4.
Gotcha. Yes, that's a good point. Large gash is shit. What's it called? Not sewn. That sounds gross and wrong.
Stitched.
Stitched? Yeah, but like, gel stitching. That sounds like spacey.
That's so big. Yeah.
Hell yeah! All right, like a good paste, a good wonderful paste. All right,
Love
with
a
the
good
paste.
yes.
Who doesn't love a good paste? And Aldris, if you'd like to help her get overstunned, or Nara, you can get overstunned yourself if you roll 4+, but just a 2 because you're on the Kabuto. The Kabuto.
Can I help with something?
You can help somebody else, yes, because you got over your own thing, right?
My 6.
I was gonna try to do that, and I believe in Nara she can roll a 2.
Okay. Go ahead and try to beat a 6, Mr. Aldris.
Oh boy, with what craft?
Usually a 4. You can do crafts or you can do your magic, whichever you wish. You feel extra magic.
Yeah, they're the same roll. Extra magic-y. Oh, I'm going magic then.
You feel juicier for whatever reason. The juice is
An average amount of juice.
Wonderful. That's the exact number you needed. Okay, so Ryder, your wrecked armor will change from wrecked armor to something else armor.
Repairing.
Yeah.
Under repair.
Repaired armor. And then for now, that will stay, but it will leave soon. So we got just bruises. We're there. And who wanted to? Did you roll? Okay, so you just need to roll 4, Nara. You can roll your crafts if you want.
What is she rolling for?
She's removing her stun. Unless you want help with that, Georgiana.
Yes, I bring my cat for her to pet.
The cat.
Because cats are relaxing, right?
Cats are very relaxing.
So
Emotional support animal.
Especially this one because
I'm like,
it doesn't do anything weird.
All right, crew. Well, that was a very weird mission, but good job, everybody. We made it out alive.
Nice, nice.
Driss. I put my hands on my hips.
Wait, I needed a 4 though,
Aldous,
right?
where did you go? That is a good question.
You got a +2 on that. So
I went down the stairs.
And
at
what
the other
happened
end of the
down
cave.
said
Stairs.
So I'm recovering now?
Yeah, the stairs.
I didn't see any
when you
stairs.
came back up, everything started going to shit. So what happened down there?
So like the gray aliens.
I mean, I've seen them.
So there was one of those that was floating with no face at all, and he was just real weird. And he told me I wasn't ready, and neither was Meek. And then just told me to come back when we were ready, and then everything went to shit.
Ready for what?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Liam nods.
Were we on an alien ship? Well, on the plus side, I have this head.
And as you say that, Ryder, Meek goes, and he just pukes up a huge hunk of ore that's glowing.
Meek. You're not supposed to eat that.
It's an ore ball.
And you notice it's like the exact same color as the ammunition that you used.
Well, Nara, I think you can fashion us some bullets.
He starts licking it.
Hell yeah.
No, stop, Meek. You're gonna melt it.
Okay, he runs around it a couple times and then stops, and then walks back up to you, Aldris. All right, so we can do downtime at the beginning of next session, depending where you guys choose to go. But during you guys did a little bit of mining, which got you some what you needed, and Meek somehow was able to procure this. Aldrich, you're not sure if this came from your interaction with that entity or something else. But good job, Meek. Everyone give him pets.
The
He deserves them.
teams.
Good boy.
He deserves it.
Good boy.
We'll go ahead and pause there. Head back to Teves next time and explore the mysteries of the universe. Oh,
Oh no.
yes, you may.